Today's on a beautiful ass Wednesday. How was everyone's Wednesday? I hope it went well as hell, because I know mine's going well, because look, I'm tired of nothing ever happening, and thank God for Jeremy for letting something happen every day on his account of the delicious whiskey in his veins. But the quartering has crashed out on X, likely deleted everything, but of course we have everything saved. We're gonna go through that. He also threatened to leak DMs between him and Stuttering Craig. So Stuttering Craig went live just now and leaked all of it. So we're going to go back through and check that out. And of course, the masterpiece of a video by Britney Venti, unbelievable. Like, I watched it, and I watched it twice, and it's a fantastic video. She did an awesome job. Very concise, very damning, very awesome. So get the hell on it, doggone it. Like the show. We got a lot to cover, and it's happening live, by the way. The quartering is live right now on Rumble. It's going very, very bad. All you hear is this over and over. The whole stream. And he's looking down at his phone and not playing the game, because I guess he's fucking scrolling Twitter. That's all he's doing. And he's just scrolling Twitter, getting pissed off as hell, when all he has to do is ignore all this. It's insane to me. Like, and I know he's like really frustrated because everybody's covering it, and he's claiming he's going to burn everybody down and destroy everyone. That's what he said. He said, "I'm going to destroy every creator that's talked about this. So I'm the best at destroying." He's the best at everything, right? So that being said, he's going scorched earth. And the funny thing is, every creator, with the exception of like maybe Venti, because she's a little bit more personally involved with the weird comments and stuff, but like all these creators are just laughing at it, like the nonsense, the nonsense. That's what they're laughing at, and all he would have to do is not talk, and then he just keeps going. It's weird. It's very strange. I would have just said nothing. But now, to be fair, likely Kino Casino was supposed to be live tonight, right? You guys all remember this, right? So they, out of nowhere, was like, never mind, we're coming back Friday. And I think the quartering wanted to rip the Band-Aid off. You know what I'm saying? I think he wanted to get it out of the way. And when he didn't, now he has 2 more days of like insufferable stress. Because look, I know he likes to say that nothing's going on, but we're all human. He's a human being. This shit's stressful. And getting another 2 days on top of your waiting for it to come back sucks. It's all of you have been there, right? You've been there, like you have a big job interview, or you have an inventory, or you have a higher up coming to your location, or an employee review, and you stress about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Yeah, that's what this is. He's waiting for it to go hard. Jeremy then announced he was going on a vacation the day before Kino Casino came back, and going to be off. Well, obviously that didn't last very long, and I say that because he needs the affirmation from social media. I think the reason Jeremy can't stop scrolling Twitter, watching people like react to whatever's happening, even with it being overtly negative, I think he can't stop because he's obsessed with the affirmation and like the social media, like endorphins from seeing his name, even when they're bad. He comes off kind of like a humiliation fetish kind of guy. You know how like all these guys, there's people out there that they don't even care if people are talking as bad about them, as long as they're talking about them. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into all of it. And it looks like Hannah Claire might be leaving his show too. I'm going to play that clip probably first. So here we go. And don't forget to like the stream, or else you're going to hear this at the foot of your bed at 3 a.m. It's coming. Make sure you like the stream. And don't forget. Gosh, here comes my cough right when I start the stream. Don't forget, I'm racing at Talladega Saturday in the Law Cow car. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited for it. Big shout out to RT Motorsports Design for sending me this gift in the mail. Awesome. It's so beautiful. Got it in the mail today. Very, very pretty. So thankful for this one. This is awesome. So very excited to put this on and go racing at Talladega. So thank you, Blaine, and thank you, RT Motorsport Design. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's start the show. Every single super chat, every single direct PayPal, all that goes towards my race at Talladega this weekend. So thank you guys all for supporting your local trailer park boy. Billy Hatcher says, I saw his live stream and cringe how boring it was. It was like, oh, I got explosive diarrhea. Yeah, well, his live stream is him saying, I don't care. None of this affects me. Kind of like that kind of thing. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Now, to be, it is weird because like he probably played the game for a total of 15 minutes, and then he just looked at his phone the rest of the time. So, you race in the same league or whatever as Cornelius McFarland? Yes, sir. It's NASCAR. Yeah. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy. It's also funny how he thinks he isn't available. Well, I don't know. I am starting to believe that Jeremy is suffering from psychosis and unironically thinks he's in the right when the entire internet is like, bro, what are you doing? Like everyone is like, what the fuck are you doing? I think people would like to see him like do well, be healthy. Everybody respects that. But now people want him to fail because he doesn't seem to have a grasp of what he's done. It's very interesting to me. So thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Schism says the first streamer to sell Jer Bear plushies with raccoon eyes and a diaper will make bank. Ballin Jameson and upset. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Schism. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's start the show, guys. Get your likes in, get everything in. Don't forget, love you, appreciate you. Let's go hard as hell, and I appreciate every super chat and membership. Thank you. Those have been a lot of gifted memberships lately. It's been really cool to see. They all go in my videos I put up live. So don't forget, appreciate you guys, all the Monarch and Royal members. Yes. All right, so let's check this out. This is very, very quick. So this is kind of like, I just saw this, and everybody has been asking the question, right? They've been asking the question, hey, like, how long is Hannah Claire? How long is Melanie Mack going to kind of like stay in this realm? Because it's very, very obvious to anybody watching. Jeremy's goofed a little here. He's goofed a little. Whether or not he struck a channel personally, which I believe he did. I think all signs point towards that. But regardless or not, okay, if he did not, he called upon people to do so. He threatened it privately. He threatened it publicly. He's doing it again today. And then all these clips start surfacing of the most degenerate shit possible, which we're going to pull all of it up today. You're getting all of it today, boys. So that being said, okay, you got to ask yourself, when is like Melanie and when is Hannah Claire going to be like, fuck this? You know what I'm saying? Because the evidence is mounting really, really too much. Too much, for anybody, really. Jake Martin, sometimes it like that. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jake Martin. Appreciate you, brother. All right. So this clip popped. This was just happened a minute ago. People are asking basically what's going on with Hannah Claire. Is she leaving the show? Which I think most people would expect that when you're in this kind of controversy. The walls are closing in. And I gotta reiterate real quick to everybody. If he would have just ignored all this, like the cuck thing, if he would have ignored it, it would have been gone probably by now. They would have moved on to a different thing. But the unfortunate truth is Jeremy kept throwing him bones. He kept kind of making little remarks here and there. And that's all it takes, man. It's all it takes, brother. So they fed off of it. And it just got worse. James says, big ups, man. You racing in August at Daytona? No, sir. Well, I don't really know. Okay. So I'm not like a full-time, like dude. I have been before, but it takes a lot of sponsorship. And all I have is Lawcow. I have ODA. I have Allied Cloud. Thank God for them. I have a lot of sponsors right now. It's just, they're all like associate sponsors. And I need like a primary for each race or a primary for half the year or the full year. And don't have that right now. So it's all kind of, I just do one-offs. Like this year I raced Phoenix and Bakersfield. I wasn't planning on it, but I ended up racing both of those. So yeah, it just depends on sponsorship. So anybody in the chat that has a small business or a company you want to get on board, make a design, let's do it. Thank you, James. Just message me on X or Instagram. Billy, he should say Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? No, that would be too witty. All right, here we go. So check this out. People are asking what's happening with Hannah Claire.
Did ACB quit? No. You guys wish you did. And you know what's weird is like all the weirdos that are like harassing her. This is an excellent job for her, and you guys are going to ruin it for her.
He's saying you're going to ruin it for her because she is debating on quitting behind the scenes. Why would he say you're going to ruin it for her if she hasn't said, I'm thinking about getting out? Right? Now he's going to allude to this a little bit more here in a second.
Like, you think it's so cool to like simp for her while like harassing her family and stuff? Like, you get that.
Oh. Hey,
she's not built for that stuff. So
she's not built for that stuff, meaning that she's likely going to quit soon. That's what he's inferring here.
You guys harass her, like, you're not being cool.
And you know what's, and I've said this a million times, man, but you know what's really unfortunate about all of this? The fact that Jeremy could fix this, or he could have, I don't know about now, but he could have fixed this because he claims his family, their family, my family, your family, where all of our families are getting harassed, right? If that's true, if that is unironically true, what would you do if you were the person in control of this? Right? I would fix it. I wouldn't make it worse, right? Everybody in chat, you probably agree, right? You would make a big long statement. You would swallow your pride and bite the bullet and try everything in your power to fix this, instead of blaming other people and then crashing out and saying you're coming after more people, which is only going to increase trolls tenfold every time Jeremy gets on X and starts fucking spurging. The trolls that have slightly fell off a little bit, like kind of died down a little bit, go up to 300% within 10 minutes. It's like the flame goes out and he goes under there and he reignites it. You know what I'm saying? Therminator says, drop the receipts, families are being A-logged. They don't exist. Exactly. Thank you, buddy. Still Steve says, congrats to Jer's Bear. He's 0 days. Jer Bear 0 day sobers. Yes, sir. Thank you, Still Skeeve. Cheritar says, today on Nat Geo, we're examining a creature called cockroach. Vermin so loathsome it takes pleasure being stepped on.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Cheritar. Thank you. So that clip has already spawned people asking if Hannah Claire has already left. To be honest, I feel like that is likely something coming extremely soon. Extremely soon. Now let's move on to what has happened today very recently on Twitter. Okay? Or X, rather. So it's already starting to take hold on X. We have another day where Jeremy's going wild as hell on X. So check this out right here. By the way, we're up against the 610th Naked Snake in a row with super chats and rumble rants. And don't forget memberships. If you're not a member, become a member. It helps your boy out a lot for the members only shows that are coming. Thank you. I love you. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. We're already a 10th of the way to Naked Snake. Hell yeah. All right. Anyways, so this is kind of what started it all. Okay, you guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Bum, bum, bum. That's the wrong one. Look at me booming. All right. So here it says nearly everyone profiting off of spreading vicious lies on my name. I've been nothing but nice to over the years. There's this thing that Jeremy is really leaning on, and he's leaning on the fact that he is just benevolent, kind, and nice. But if you see him interacting with anybody, he's actually kind of cold and rude all the time. I'm not really quite sure where he gets this nice thing from. I think it's him not being mean. He thinks that means nice, right? He's like a black and white thinker. Well, I wasn't mean, therefore I was super nice, right? So think about this for a moment. We're going to go over Craig's DMs that TheQuartering was threatening to release. By the way, I've read these DMs. They just make Craig look like a nice guy. I don't understand what the strategy here was. Was the strategy just the fact that Craig has talked to you in the past? I don't really know. It's very interesting. But we're going to get into that. But he says, everyone profiting off vicious lies. The receipts are on my side, he said. I've let it be for weeks, but I guess they really want me on my villain arc. I will oblige. So he's starting to crash out. It says, the receipts are on his side. Now, I want to point this out. He's referring to Craig side scrollers. He's implying that when he releases the DMs from Craig, it's going to show Craig's crazy and evil, apparently, I guess. I don't know. Well, Craig released them instead because Craig is not suffering from whatever psychosis is going on here. And it's just normal DMs of two guys talking. And to be quite honest, Quartering is being extremely cold in almost all the responses. He's like, no, yes, I don't care. Right? So like, nice. He probably insinuates that him even responding to somebody equals nice because, he's a god, right? And we're all plebs and bitches, and he's the best and we're the worst, and he's attractive and we're ugly, and he's smart and we're retarded. That's probably the way Quartering sees it, in my opinion. Billy says he's still making tweets just a few minutes ago. Oh, we're going to pull him up, boy. We're going to pull him. Thank you, buddy. Gator, what's up? Been a while. Good to be back. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, Gator. Hope you're doing well, man. Gator's back, y'all. He's back in the New York groove. All right. So let's go to the subtweet below this. It says, I don't want to hear anyone telling me to be calm. These fucking losers. Yellow Flash, side scrollers, Britney Venti, geeks and gamers. They have all turned heel and decided 1 week's ad revenue was worth selling their souls. So I will oblige. Threats all around. Everybody threats all around, boys. So keep in mind, he's implying that he's been super nice and beautiful to all these people, and they're just betraying him. Now, what loyalty does he think he is owed, right? This has been the common theme that I've been really confused about this whole time, right? This whole time is he keeps implying that people aren't loyal to him. And I'm like, why do they owe you a loyalty? Is it because you have 2 million subs and you're rich? Is that it? Now, I'll tell you why he thinks this. He thinks this because he perceives himself that way. That's important. He perceives himself as above, better, godlike, especially in the content creation realm. Therefore, you owe him loyalty, or else he'll squash you because he's a king. That's the whole point. He sees himself up here. When in actuality, he's, as far as creators, how they see, it's fucking down. Everybody for years has been like, Jeremy is easily the lowest effort creator ever. I've heard that for years from every creator I've ever done collabs with. Doesn't matter who it is. I've been on I've flown around the country and done podcasts, big ass podcasts, and I've heard the same thing from everybody. But the Quartering thinks of himself up here. And that's why he's crashing out all the time. Because he can't fathom it. He's suffering from this psychosis and this delusion where he's like, I can't believe people aren't just aligning with me because they owe me loyalty because I'm just so important. I sacrificed so much. I paved the way. I broke the glass ceiling for everyone, apparently. Right? That's how he sees it. When in actuality, everyone is better when it comes to content creation. I mean, watch any other show and then turn on the Quartering show and you'll be like, what the fuck am I watching? This is garbage. How does this have more than 2 watchers, right? The Quartering show is similar to somebody that started on Twitch day 1 and they're streaming to 0 viewers. It's the same entertainment level. And I'm not shitting on anybody. It's their first day. It's the Quartering's like 15th year. That's the difference. So anyways, thank you guys. Here you go. Ready? Enjoy. I pooped my pants for these people. Oh my gosh. Make sure you guys like the show. We're gonna move on to the next one. There's a lot, boys. There's a lot. I'm sorry. There's so many tweets. So many. Too many tweets, bro. We had to jump into all of them. That fart knocker was in Craig's chat. He's drunk. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Uh-oh, look. Here's Jeremy just posted this. He's going on it. He's turning heel now. Oh, here he goes again. What is this? What is happening? Oh my God, this is all live. All right, we're pulling it up. We're pulling it up, guys. Apparently he's trying to jump on Craig's show like right now. Bro, he had his chance to have me on live and ducked it. What a surprise. I was ready and waiting for him to epically own me. But he got really scared and pretended he couldn't see me, even though his chat told him I was there to talk. Pussy. He's coming, brother. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Where is it at? Where I just saw one where it's great to care to share the hilarious. We already saw that. Jeremy's already bitching out because his threats backfired again. Seriously, you have mental health and addiction issues. You need to own up, apologize, make a proper. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility or out of the realm of unreasonability. Like, just hey, man, like, be like, look, dude, I suck. I fucked around way too hard for a while, and I'm gonna apologize to these people. Take a week off, fucking don't drink, chill out, and come back swinging. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the important lesson here. But you're getting you're just getting stuck. You're getting stuck on all this shit. And now keep in mind, like 2 hours ago, he said he was going to go after everybody. Now he said Twitter's not real life. Sometimes I like to kick the hornet's nest, but tomorrow will be a regular day, just like everybody else. So he's doing the popular comic strip. You know what I'm saying? Where they're like, derp, 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 and the guy's like, shut up, you're retarded. And the guys are, they don't know I was just pretending to be retarded this whole time. Right. He's doing that popular comic strip meme thing from back in the day. They don't even know I'm retarded. I was just pretending. Drama used to be something I spent time on, to be honest. Times were good, but I'm less interested as an old man now. Okay, so I think you guys are thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right? You guys all thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right? The first response to this is exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Unbelievable. Craig felt at our boy so hard because he probably didn't think Craig was going to leak the DMs. Again. Jeremy thought he looked really good in those DMs, which we're going to pull up here in a second. He probably thought he looked really good in those DMs. But every normal person read them and they're like, he looks like an asshole. And everybody's confused. They're like, why did he threaten to release these? I'm so confused. Like, it didn't make any sense. And I'm going to tell you a short story on I've experienced this exact same thing, not from the creator realm, kind of. This is a 30-second story, so don't freak out. So I had a person that joined my Discord in 2019, right when I started to get followers on YouTube. I had just hit 100,000 subscribers or something. Somebody messaged me and said, hey, I want to get into streaming. And I was like, well, let me help you, because they were friends of mine growing up. And I was like, let me help you. And they're like asking me questions in DMs. They're like, how do I do this? How much money do you make? Like based on your super chats, your ad revenue, and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll let you guys all know. I'll let you know. So I told them everything. And I was like, I'll help you in any way, shape, or form. I'll raid you. I'll help you. And they told me they wanted to be my manager. And they also wanted to take over my Discord for some reason. I don't understand any of this, by the way. And I said, no, I'm not comfortable with that. And they immediately went to Twitter and posted the DMs of me saying I was going to try to help them. And they were like, they posted where I gave a roundabout of how much money I make in super chats, like per month. And the person was like, Camelot talking about how much money he makes and blah, 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 blah. And like somebody quote tweeted it and was like, this makes Camelot look nice. What the fuck are you doing? And they ended up deleting their Twitter. But they thought in their psychosis that they looked really good and I looked really bad in those DMs. And all I was doing was like, hey, what's up? I'll help you. That's the quartering. He thought the DMs with Craig made him look really good. And then everybody reads them and they're like, you look like a dumbass. Let's pull up the stream on side scrollers here in a second, but let's keep going. We're going to go through all the posts on Twitter and then we're going to pull up side scrollers. Eric Hayos with an orange boy. At least Ricada had friends who genuinely cared about him getting better. I hope Quartering has them too. It seems online is just Pitt is partners for him. Yeah, I think Nick nurtured a lot of relationships online and he retained a lot of creator friends like Joe, like Bronca. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Jeremy, I think Jeremy, as bad as Nick has been in the past and as fucked up as the shit he did, I feel like he's a little bit more like connected to people, like on a, I guess, mental level, or a normal level, I don't know, than Jeremy is. I think Jeremy is quite literally completely disconnected, like otherworldly. So he has no friends in this because all he does is try to fuck people over for money. He doesn't care about anything else. Whereas Nick would come on my show. Nick came on my show 200 times and I never paid him. I shouldn't say 200, but like 100 times and I never paid him. Right? So that's the difference. Jeremy's the kind of guy that would demand $5,000 to come on your show. Right? Thank you, Eric. Love you. Billy says he needs to poo. He has explosive diarrhea. He wants to ruin Craig's show with his poo-poo train. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you. Current event nerd says just watch Craig's live stream with Jeremy melting down in chat. Pure entertainment. Let's look at it. We're going to look at it. It's probably actually just on Twitter right now. We'll pull it up, boys. We're going to pull it up. We're going live. We're going live. But I do want to check on something. I want to see if old Jeremy deleted all of his tweets because I think he probably did. Let's look. I'll have my fun tomorrow, he says. Actually, am I sharing this? Nope. There we go. I'll have my fun tomorrow, he says. He had his chance to have me on live ducked. He's a pussy. He fired up an emergency stream. Once I popped in, he suddenly drove 11 hours and was so tired. You coward. Chance of a lifetime. God damn, Jeremy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Chance of a lifetime. Whoa. There's a chance of a lifetime. Don't you understand who I am? Don't you understand who I am? This is a chance of a lifetime to have me in all my glorious presence in front of you live right now. Me. My man thinks he's fucking Michael Jackson. My man thinks he'll stand up on stage and be like, another day is gone. And everybody be like, oh, it's fucking Michael Jackson. What the fuck's happening? Chance of a lifetime, everybody in chat. Chance of a lifetime. Damn. God, he gave up his one chance at fame, Craig. Come on, Craig. Would race on Jer's RC track at Smelladega? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. You had the golden ticket and you threw it away. Oh my God, Jesus. Thanks. This violated the rules. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Anyways, Twitter's not real. Okay, we saw that one. Hey, Southern Craig, care to share the Layers DM and never forget all I have to do is send a text. Oh, yeah. So let's just look at these. These are the tweets that he was crashing out earlier. He says, all I have to do is send a text message, or was it an email, or was it a messenger pigeon? I don't know, but I remember having the power to get anyone I wanted banned from YouTube. Look, I know he keeps saying, like, he's doing this as a sarcastic response. Like, oh, I have all power. You guys believe I have all power. Okay, well, fucking disprove it, though. That's the point. Disprove it. Because you keep saying, I'm going to get you banned. And then somebody gets banned, and you're like, wasn't me. I'm like, okay, prove it, man. You got to start proving these things instead of being like, huh, it wasn't me. But just because you think that, you're insane. I'm like, what? I have the week off next week, and I'm going to have some fun. So I'm assuming that means he's going after everybody. I sure hope the temporary reviews were worth it. I tried to play nice, but you've left me no option. I don't know what nice was. Again, him being nice was threatening to get channels deleted, I guess. So I don't really understand that. Let massive YouTube channels lie on my name because long ago I used to watch your channel. I shall send you a spoon for with you can eat my whole ass kick. God, he's a milady guy, isn't he? Oh, I'm not shocked. Jeremy's definitely like a milady. Milady. I shall send you a spoon for with you can literally milady. He's talking like that guy. This guy said, bro, do yourself and your family a favor and stay off the internet for a week. Literally the best advice you can give anybody. Just unplug, go outside, take a walk. You'll be happier for it. Back in the day, I used to watch every single video of yours. Please, for your own sake, get off the internet. Every post makes it worse. This dude is being 1000% correct with his picture of Tolkien in a fucking 9, which is cool. This is 100. This guy isn't being a troll. This is fantastic advice, right? But he said, let massive YouTube channels lie on your name because long ago I used to watch your channel. Lie on your name. And I have to say this. The only lie that could possibly be maybe, which people are like alluding to or alleging, is the cuck stuff. Everything else is pretty clear cut. There's videos of him saying he wanted to fuck Britney Venti. That wasn't a lie. That's he said it. Right? There's videos of all these things that are happening. So what is the lie? Is it the cuck stuff? Okay. Well, you're never going to be able to prove that. So fucking ignore it. And then you're done. Now, granted, you've already fucking burned every bridge possible, but still, that is your only option. You know what I'm saying? That's your only option. These fucking leeches. These leeches forgot about the fact that I cut my teeth in the most ruthless time that ever existed on YouTube. They think I won't roll around in the mud with them because I've let it ride for a few weeks. I'm sorry to say, they've mistaken my kindness for weakness. I do like how he thinks he's like some kind overlord. He's the overlord of all things kind. He's so generous. He's so generous and giving, but he's kind of a dick all the time. Where's the kindness? Is the kindness in the room with us? Because I don't feel like it's in the room with us right now. Where's the kindness? I've been so kind to you as I've threatened to delete everyone from existence. So kind. Now, I'll give you guys a little bit of sauce here. Okay? He's referring to giving money or giving opportunity to female creators. Now, for what reason? I don't know. Obviously, all I can do is allege or theorize that it's probably because he wanted access to sex. Now, look, the only reason I say that is because life experience. I've seen men in my past that would throw everything away or do everything they can or be a sneaky fucker is what I call them to get access to sex, right? Very, very important. So, anyways, that's okay. So that's we're caught up on the tweets. We're caught up. So let's look at the Craig situation because that's like the craziest fucking thing that happened. Simp! Billy Hatch says the bear can barely handle running a light. I bet he would shit his pants driving it. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, he wouldn't be able to get in the fucker, but you get what I'm saying. Ain't no way that motherfucker's gonna fit in one of those cars, dude. You know. Oh, it's Vexner keeping someone on a free speech platform who is anti-free speech, not just pro-free speech when it suits him, is a slow form of unalive empathy for Rumble and society as general. Side scrollers show too much grace here. Here, I'll say this. Okay? I'll say this. Here's the issue. I would have preferred the CEO of Rumble, Chris Pavlovski, to not get involved. Because he is right to a degree that he shouldn't be canceling another person for whatever he's doing. Now, I would argue that canceling someone is, getting them fired for wearing a sombrero in 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? It's not, having a talk with somebody because they're quite literally getting people banned from shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Speaking of saying, make sure you hit that like button as hard as you can. Make sure you hit that like button, brother, like our boy Jeremy's hitting the whiskey tonight. All right, dude. We're already a third of the way to Naked Snake. I'm starting to feel it in my bones, boys. I'm feeling it in me bones. Kyle Fierce says, I thought I was already subbed. That's YouTube you probably didn't interact with the video for a few months. So YouTube was like, unsubbed you. What's wrong with sombreros? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Mean Copian's going live at 11:30. Perfect. Mario Trujillo says this dude's a picture perfect example of a simp. Yeah, but okay, so he goes further than that, though. He goes further than that, Mario Trujillo. He's a sneaky fucker. He's a simp, okay? He's a simp until they reject him. Then he wants to fucking kill them because he's thinking inside of himself, do you know how much I sacrificed? He's Willem Dafoe from Spider-Man. You know how much I sacrificed? He's like, I aligned my viewpoints. I gave you money. I crawled in your DMs. I gave you an opportunity to be on the biggest show in the world. Opportunity of a lifetime, he called it. Jeremy referred to him appearing on your show as the opportunity of a lifetime. This motherfucker thinks he's a god, bro. Let me give you an example. Critical Drinker, Will, one of my buddies. Can't wait to see him here in 2 months? He's been on my show 5 times. My tiny ass show. Was that an opportunity of a lifetime? He didn't see it that way. He just wanted to hang out with his buddy. And I feel the same way. But the quartering's like, no, really, opportunity of a lifetime. Have me on your show. Opportunity of a lifetime. What the fuck? What? Woo! That's insane. I cannot wait to see what fucking PPP says of that shit. Opportunity of a lifetime, pal. I can't believe that. Anyways, whatever. So let's hit these super chats. Jer's next co-host will be Jack and Daniel. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God. When you enter the zone of a lockout. No, Nate, please. Raykin says Jeremy comes off as one of those fedora wearing dudes who is like, you should fear a nice guy's wrath while holding a samurai sword. Yeah, dude. That's exactly how I see it, brother. That's exactly how I see it. Thank you, Raykin. I love you, buddy. Ross Patty. I was disappointed in Craig for not having quartering on. Well, I'm not. Now, to be honest, I will say this. That would have been a week of milked content. So that would have been cool. But the Craig doesn't benefit from that. Craig already won by a fucking mile. Craig won that whole battle, and it wasn't even close. What's the benefit to him bringing Jeremy on drunk as fuck? You know? Now, I don't know. It's 50-50. I think it's good if he didn't, good if he did, right? But anyways, thank you, Rice Patty. Also, the drinker can handle his liquor. Yeah, he got me liquored up one time when we were in Texas together. He just kept handing me Woodford. And I was like, bro, I haven't even finished my current drink. And he's like, oh, you always need a backup. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, Will, whatever. Good dude, man. Good dude. All right. Anyways, let's continue because we got more. Oh, yeah. All right. So this one's really fun because this is going to segue us right into Craig. Here it is right here. So here is the quartering threatening to release Craig's DMs for whatever reason. 1 new scalp a day, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hey, Craig. You got a lot to say about my business and me as a man. Tomorrow we'll look at all the messages you sent, not only to me, but to everyone else. Hope 2 videos of ad revenues worth it. These people are snakes. By the way, we're going to look at those DMs right now. Okay? They're literally nothing. I don't understand what Jeremy's alluding to at all. I'm so confused, man. There is nothing in those DMs. Nothing. It's just Craig being like, hey, you want to come on my show? And then Quartering's like, no, I don't do shows. I'm too big and famous. And he's like, okay, cool. That's the DMs. And then him talking about shorts and SEO. That's it. How does it make him a snake for being like, you suck now, bro? Remember that one time I respond to you in DMs? How dare you call me a bad person for doing bad person stuff? What? Hope it was worth it. All right, okay. Lock the show. I hope it was worth it. Lock the show. Lock the show, boys. Hope it was worth it, boys. All right, anyways. Let's continue, guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yep. Jeremy has deleted half the tweets that we just read 5 minutes ago. So he was deleting them as we were reading them. Wow. Interesting. All right. So, yeah, I think Hannah Claire quit. I'm going to go ahead and jump out on a limb, boys. I'm jumping out on the limb right now. I think Hannah Claire quit. I think that's what started this whole just kerfuffle. The kerfuffle. I think it was Hannah Claire telling him she's about to leave or she's thinking about leaving. That's what I think is going on. Between you and me, let's look at Craig's DMs. Okay? You guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? All right, we're going to pull it up. We're pulling up the DMs, boys. All right. He reads them pretty quick, so it won't be too long. And then we have to watch Britney Venti's video. I'm sorry, guys. It was such a good video. It was so concise and brutal. And it even brought stuff in I had never heard about. Like the cult or the donation thing with the pay pig vacation. I was like, what is this? What's this? There's Jer Bear in the air. What's this? They're scamming everywhere. All right. What's this? Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Okay. Anyways, do me a big favor, guys. Like the show. Appreciate all the super chats today, guys. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake already. What a bunch of beautiful, attractive people in the chat today. You guys are crazy. Thank you guys so much. If you're not become a member, become a member. The record is 189. Let's beat it today to celebrate Talladega Saturday. So excited. I'll be live. We'll be hanging out. All right. It's time. It's time. All right. What's up, Kiwi? How you doing, buddy? Retro Gamer. What's up? Jeremy's Empire is collapsing. Oh, it's already gone, brother. It is already gone, brother. Yeah, Def, you're right. You're right. Thank you, Carify. I hope you're doing well. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm getting weird DMs. Here we go. Okay. 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 I don't know if I'll share those. I might. We'll see how it plays out here in the next 10 minutes. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's watch some Craig. We going Craig live. What's this? What's this? Craig, where are you? There you are. There you are, Craig. Well, Craig. Hey, Craig. Craig. I thought that was Twitter. That's why I couldn't find it. I was like, is that Twitter? That's not Twitter, is it? Okay.
This is literally the beginning of our conversation. I by the way, I'm looking at these for the first time. I just pulled these up. I have not looked at these since the last time I sent him a message. November 21st, 2002, I sent him a message. Thank you for the follow. We're going to do some cool stuff. Okay. That sounds like he wants to do some stuff together.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, man. Hit me up anytime. It's good in getting back into making content. Oh, okay. Yeah. The timing on this. So a little bit of context here. I had left talking about video games in the video game industry for a good while, actually. I
saw Craig. I saw TheQuartering gave Craig unsolicited advice right there. Did you see that? That was interesting. That was very, very interesting. Unbelievable stuff. But still, I didn't even know that was a thing. I love his NBA Jam machine, dude. So, but yeah, all of this is it's all new. It's all exciting. It's fucking. What's this? What's this? Beep 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 beep. All right, let's continue. What's this? Damn it! Where did it go? Let me just put it beside StreamYard.
I was working in the firearms industry, and I left the firearms industry and looked back and saw how crazy things were. So I started a channel called Craig Talks News. It's a really small channel. I don't think I promoted it a whole lot. Maybe I don't know, but it was more just to like get back to talking to the channel, but get back to talking to a camera and kind of relearning, getting back on the bike, if you will. So I spent a few months doing that. And so that's kind of what was going on at that point. Let's continue here. He said, stop putting your name in titles. You need to be more generic. Okay, so he's actually providing me with a little bit of tips here. Any examples on how to improve? Okay. Okay, yes. Stuttering Craig reacts, lies, deceptions. And okay, so he was, this was a reaction I did to a video about the story of Pro Jared. So I was reacting to that. So he said, lead with Pro Jared.
I like how he's like, you need to be more generic, like me. What's this? What's this? What's this? There's flagging everywhere. What's this? There's strikes in the air. I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jeremy. This isn't fair. What's this? I'm sorry. I'm laughing at myself. I'm such a dumbass. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong window. Fuck.
The weight of the keyword starts at the beginning. Okay. I said, right now I'm doing a lot of content built around connecting with my original base, talking about screw attack stuff and sprinkling in some more opinionated pieces with the goal of moving to that. I'm not a huge politics guy at all, but I do have opinions. I'd say we align pretty well. Don't be a dick and treat people good. Thanks for the feedback. I'll take a hard look at my titles. Hit me up anytime. I'll make myself available. To which he said, this was sent on the 21st of November, 2022. I'll be available in the new year. Sure, sounds great. If I can ever be of help, don't hesitate to reach out between now and then. Congrats again. You've certainly grinded and deserved the success, which I think is a nice thing to see. Jeremy has absolutely grinded. Looks like I was responding. I think he posted a picture of like an American flagpole or something. So I told him great flagpole. Notice it's a couple days later. Hey, if you ever want to discuss the Twitter file.
What a pro move. What a pro move by Craig to dump this shit. It's so I knew Craig would do it when Jeremy threatened it. I knew that was coming. I knew it. I could feel it. There's channels throwing flags instead of throwing facts. They're busy building drama and absolutely no one's backed. There's salt in every reply. Oh, I can't believe my eyes.
If you ever want anyone to discuss the Twitter files with you, I'd love to. I cannot believe what just dropped, and it's absolutely concerning and disgusting. Unreal. Once again, this is 2019. So this is once again, seeing this for the first time in a long time. So, you know, right there, thumbs up. A couple days later, this is around the Christmas holiday. I took your advice on the titling of videos. Greatly appreciated. I genuinely appreciate your help. I spun up Craig Talks news channel that I'd like to grow, but to want to make sure I'm using best practices.
Yeah, to point something out for everybody, Craig is very, very committed to what he does. Okay? He's very, very committed to what he does. So yeah, Craig's reached out to me before being like, hey man, how is your shorts going? How is your reels going? Right? He's always trying to get better himself, which is a very, very good thing. It is not a negative aspect or attitude to have about anything. He's always trying to improve, so he's always asking people for feedback. That's a really good thing, right? Phantom says, I got blocked from the quartering on X just for pointing out Craig didn't run. Damn. Thank you, brother. Billy Hatcher said, he's a flagger, he's gonna flag it all. All right, thank you, brother.
A couple other questions, if you don't mind. How many videos do you post today, and with the frequency? What's the logic behind your schedule, your release schedule? Well, it seems like a pretty logical question if you're going to do like a channel where you're talking about this stuff. But, you know, hey, I'm being exposed here. Do you try to adhere to the longer is better thought process with your videos to continue to drive watch time? Thanks very much for your help as I get back on the horse. And as I was saying, I just launched this channel trying to figure it out. I know it's a heavy ask. If you have a consulting side of your business, let me know. Send me your rates. Yeah, so I'm like legitimately at this point, I'm asking them, hey, look, you got a pretty good sized channel. You've seen a lot of success. This is the tail end of 2022, so about 3.5 years ago. And you've been doing great. I'm curious. I don't think you can go back to Social Blade and look back that far, but I'm sure he was doing pretty dang good at this point. Right? I mean, once again, there's one thing you can't say about Jeremy is that he hasn't grinded. He has absolutely grinded. Now, does that
100%? Jeremy is easily the best probably I've ever seen at throwing shit at the wall and gaming the algorithm on YouTube as hard as possible and becoming successful with almost no talent behind it other than sheer determination. So that's one thing that I've always said impressed me. I'm like, this dude has literally no qualities for this, but somehow through sheer will and putting out 10 videos a day of reading an article, the YouTube algorithm back then was all about it. The YouTube algorithm wanted you to put out a 10-minute video every 2 hours, every single day for years. If you did that, any of you in chat could have done this. If you would have put out 8 videos every day starting at 0 subscribers with a camera on and you were reading an article and you could read it and give your take on it and end it and put a decent title and a decent thumbnail on that sumbitch, you would, if you started in 2019, you'd have 1 million subs right now. It doesn't matter who you are. Jeremy figured that out. Now, I knew this back then. I just didn't want to fucking do it because, you know, I'm going out and I'm hanging out with people. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm trying to, you know, get into racing. I'm trying to do all this stuff. And it wasn't worth my mental health. You know, all these people know this. Craig knows this. We all know how to game the system. It doesn't work like that anymore, though. YouTube's algorithm isn't like that. YouTube algorithm wants you to have extremely long form. It's starting to prefer streaming. I mean, look how many viewers we have. We have almost 2,000 people watching to that. YouTube is moving in this direction. But Jeremy doesn't understand that, and Jeremy is not a fucking streamer. He is not a streamer. And I'm not shitting on the guy. He's just not that guy. You ever seen somebody like streaming and you're like, fuck, poor guy. They're not built for this shit. When you turn on a Jeremy stream, okay, he's sitting there quiet for 20 seconds and then he does this. Doobie-doobie-doo. 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 How was everybody's weekend? And that's like a whole minute of your content. It is hard to make it through that. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy is like the trailer park version of Tim Pool. Tim Pool does it great. He's hyper engaging. He's like, say what you will about Tim, but dude's well educated and he's a smart guy. And he knows how to articulate his thoughts very well. Right? There's a reason why Tim runs 20,000 concurrent on YouTube and Jeremy runs 300. It's a reason for it. Just putting it out there.
make his content any good? No, but he's excellent at SEO, search engine optimization, and packaging his videos, right? Okay, so no response there. Hey, it's Christmas break, whatever. January 13th. Hey, man, watch one of your videos today. Let's see, where did that go? Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I watched one of your videos today, and you made it sound like you're looking to launch a new platform for creators. Stay tuned. Ooh, interesting. Sure. I just want to make sure we don't bump into each other. I have some things in place, and I think there might be an opportunity to actually work together as opposed to working against each other. Yeah, this later became Side Scrollers Plus. That's what we're talking about here. Like working with other creators and having a centralized location, right? That's what Side Scrollers Plus is. I don't think we'll be competing on this. I'm not launching a new platform. I
have to put this out there. Look at Craig's text to Jeremy. They're all like, "Hey man, thank you. I appreciate your response. Stoked to hear how you're doing. I'm excited to see what you're doing." This is an actual nice guy. TheQuartering thinks the fact that he's responding at all means he's nice. This is the difference here. Okay? Craig's an actual nice fucking guy. I've met him in real life. I've been around him several times. I can message him to come on my show at any point, and Craig will come on my show. Now, granted, it's very rare I do that, but the other night when I had Craig on a few days ago, I just said, "Hey, Craig, you want to come on and talk about the shit?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." You know what I'm saying? Craig doesn't think I'm a slum-ass tiny channel. You know, he thinks I'm a cool guy, so he wants to come on. And I do the same thing for him. And both of us get 5 times the viewers that Jeremy gets. But we are slum-ass shitty channels, apparently.
That stoked to hear what you have going on. Hey, what's your honest thoughts on Locals? Is a platform worth supporting? Have you seen a transfer of your audience? It's fine if it's your only option.
I have to put this out there real quick. TheQuartering shitting on Rumble again. So TheQuartering apparently is supposed to have some kind of partnership with Rumble, even though the CEO, Chris Pavlovsky, said he didn't. But Craig asked him, "Hey, how is Locals?" Keep in mind, Rumble owns Locals. And Jeremy says, "It's fine if it's your only option," insinuating it's the worst option. Keep in mind, he's supposed to have a partnership with Rumble. Okay. Dapple Darling for a lug nut at Talladega. Come find me. Come find me. There'll be about 1,000 of them laying around. Thank you, Dapple Darling. I really appreciate that, Orange Boy. I love you. Halfway to Naked Snake already. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to become a member. Give some memberships to you boys. Let's turn everybody green with envy. All right, here we go.
Okay, right there. By the way, Rumble owns Locals. Just a heads up. So just, once again, since we are being exposed and, here, I think it's important that we throw all this stuff out there. Hey, glad you got your account back. Sorry you're getting dragged by Tim. I don't remember what this is about. Sorry about the bullshit with your mother-in-law. The internet has changed, man. Until there's legislation in place to prosecute swatters, it will continue. So once again, you can see, like, I absolutely reached out to him several times over the course, and once again, no responses. That's fine. Ghosting me at this point. Let's see. Hey, Jeremy had Rich on the other day, and during our show, Happy Punch retweeted about the fight. So I wanted to see if you had any interest in coming on Side Scrollers to talk about it, amongst other things. Oh, is this what I forgot? He was going to fight Rich from Review Tech. And now they're on. Wow. Okay.
That should have happened. That'd have been fun.
Okay. His answer, no. Okay. Any reason why? I don't do shows. You mean you don't slum it with us? That's what you mean. Right?
TheQuartering is too important to do shows. Now, this would be different if this was 3 years ago. You could make a case, okay, for when TheQuartering was getting 50 million views a month or whatever the fuck he was getting back then. At the peak of TheQuartering, it would be understandable if TheQuartering was like, "Hey, man, I'm just too busy. I can't really do shows right now." Super understandable. But he's just saying, "I don't do shows." Now, here's the difference. TheQuartering still thinks like this. Right now. TheQuartering, with 300 viewers on YouTube and with a couple hundred on Rumble when he's not on the front page, a combined maybe 1,000 combined, right? 1,000. Still thinks that he's like, "I'm way too big for any of you pieces of shit. You're nothing. You're nothing. I'm everything." This is why he has substance abuse issues. Because he would never see himself as making the wrong decision. Every decision he makes is the right decision, the best decision, the most knowledgeable decision, that's ever happened. He doesn't have a problem drinking. It's good, actually. He doesn't have a problem with any of this stuff. It's actually good. You know what I'm saying? All of this is great. Everything he does is right and you're wrong. That's the important thing. Deported Sicilian Gamer, what's up, brother? Said Temple did a great job of getting that wretched fun of money from Lauren Chan and pretend like he didn't know the source. Can I actually wait? No. Can I have some of that? What's the? Can I have a little bit of that Kremlin money? Let's go. Let's go. John Galt says his chat moves slow and he was just staring at it for minutes and not even writing his. Oh, bro, I had it pulled up. Where'd you go, buddy? Where'd you go, John? I had it pulled up. And TheQuartering was just scrolling Twitter on his phone for like 20 minutes. Seething. He was actually on Nick's show, if I could recall correctly. The only reason he would go on Nick's show is because Nick had 100,000 concurrent. He considered Nick like famous streamer. He doesn't consider anybody. Here's how it works. I'll make it a little bit more simpler, right? He considers you a worthy channel or creator if he's heard of you prior to interacting with you. Otherwise, he doesn't give a fuck. Right? You want to know something really funny? Really, really funny? Craig. Okay? Keep in mind, Craig is reacting to DMs from Jeremy in 2023, where Jeremy is responding. Jeremy also said that he's being extremely nice to Craig. By the way, Jeremy also said live on stream during the same point of the year where he's responding to Craig that Melanie Mack shouldn't be slumming it on shitty small channels like side scrollers that are nothing. Huh. It's almost as if he's a two-fucking-faced piece of shit. I was only ever nice to everyone. Oh, let me pull up the clip that happened around this time in 2023 of you saying Side Scrollers was a shitty, slummy show. But you've only ever been nice to Craig. Right here, you're responding. You're so nice to Craig right now. Only ever been nice. Oh, except for that one time he said Side Scrollers was a piece of shit show. You want to know why he said that? Because Melanie Mack was on it. And he wanted Melanie Mack on his show. Not anybody else's, only his. Only my show will do. I am a god. You are fucking nothing. And that was the insecurity and the sneaky fucker in him leaking out a little bit. And somebody caught him on an off day and said something about another channel. And he was like, fuck them. She should be on my show sitting beside me. I'm so good. She should be sitting beside me, going and watching football with me. In my house alone with me. You guys get what I'm fucking saying right now, right? You guys get it? People that hold this sneaky fucker itis, men that do this, think no one notices. They think no one notices, right? Jeremy thinks no one notices all this creepy fucking shit he does when it comes to women. Let me give you money. Let me give you a job. On the biggest show in the world. I'll do anything to help you. And they're like, no thanks. And he's like, fucking whore. Right? He thinks no one sees this. Because sneaky fuckers can't see when they're being sneaky fuckers. They think they're being really, really, really sneaky. That's why they're called sneaky fuckers. No one knows what I'm doing. No one knows I'm using my clout to try to fuck these women. I'm so slippery. Right? But then everybody's like, why is this dude doing this? And he's like, they don't even know. And we're like, hey, Jeremy, we know. And he's like, they don't even know. Jeremy, we see it. No, you don't even know. You don't see it. Come on, brother. Come on. All right, anyways.
Okay, copy that. Hope all is well. It looks like I posted an X post or something here. Hey, brother. We're going to talk about this today on Side Scrollers. Just want to confirm how you got this. I'm assuming it was leaked and sent to you. This is just me following up, having a little bit of courtesy. If I'm talking about something that people post, generally I'll reach out to them, right? Yeah, a source inside the company. By the way, no idea this post is unavailable. I reference it, but I can't. Great. Just want to confirm before running with it. Thanks for getting back to me. A month later, March 21st, 2024. Hey, man, just wanted to reach out and see if you ever wanted to do anything together. Side Scrollers is going great. You're obviously starting your CAMELCAST channel. Would love to figure out a way to work together, right? Exposed, by the way.
Exposed.
That's great to hear. Between my daily
exposed, Craig.
streams and his words, shitting out 7 videos a day. It's a tough time of year for me, for my and for sure. Hair on fire this summer. Okay. Seems like it's always a tough time of year. That's fine. Sure. Totally get it. If you're ever looking for a guest on one of your streams, hit me up. There we go. Will do. I'll pass this on to Maggie. She does the booking. We use guests for Friday. Cool. Here's my email. This email is public. CraigSkithPodcast@gmail.com. I've given that out to many, many people. Saw you mention you're getting 1.5 million views a day on shorts. Worth the time? Clearly it is. Have those subs.
I want to say when my shorts started taking off on YouTube, Craig messaged me and said, "Hey man, like, how is that going? Is it worth it? Like, what do you like?" Craig just he's trying to improve himself. So he's talking to his peers. That's what you're supposed to do. So this is a totally normal thing that the quartering thought was like, I got him now. What? God, it's like straight delusion, brother. Def Cracker says he's a tap to hit right bottom and keep on digging. Thank you, Def Cracker. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna tweet something out real quick, guys. Just real quick. Because having that revelation of Jeremy, like, apparently being nothing but nice Jeremy being nothing but nice to Craig, but also saying that he was a piece of shit. Like, at the same time, he's a literal two-faced motherfucker. Like, an unironic. This is the clearest evidence I've ever seen of him being an absolute two-faced motherfucker. Because I just remembered he made that comment about side scrollers. So I'm going to top this up real quick. The quartering claims to have been nothing but nice to side scrollers. Craig. Years. Look at those dates. Oh, by the way, around this same time, a clip released of Jeremy claiming side scrollers was a shitty, slummy show that no one should go on. Two-faced motherfucker. Oh my gosh. That's funny. It's funny. There you go. Tweet it out. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Def Cracker. Thank you to all the super chats. We are officially halfway to Naked Snake. A pink and a red boy gets us to a rainbow night. Don't forget. And don't forget to become a member. Billy, give me a membership. Billy, I'm demanding you do it so I can see my zero go away. My goose egg.
Carried over to your longer format.
It's to pay me for letting you come to the race Saturday.
Videos and live streams. Hard to say too early. How long have you been doing shorts? He says, your mileage may vary. I can't say it's been, if it's, quote, worth it. Thumbs up to that. This is August. Once again, if I'm going to be exposed, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Here it is right here. Right here. Would love to have you on. I guess like I sent him a link. August 28th. I don't really know what this reference to. September 4th. Looks like maybe a few weeks later. If you're looking for any guests on Friday, love to come on your show, right? Okay. Right on. Pretty nuts with the election right now. Sure. Keep me in mind if you have an opening on the horizon. So there you go, friends. That's it. That's literally the bottom right there. The last interaction was September 6th, 2024. Absolute exposed.
You see that? You guys get it now? Nothing happened. Hey, Billy with 5. Oh, bro, I only told you to do 1. Look how nice you are. I appreciate you. Hell yeah. You simp ass bitch. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. There you go. We got rid of the goose egg. Love you, Billy. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for adhering to my demand. Okay. Thank you.
Being kind of professional in DMs. So there we go.
Now, here shortly, everybody. You ready? Jeremy is going to pop into this show. He's going to pop into this show and demand Craig bring him on this show. You ready for this shit? This is going to make your asshole hurt. It's going to be beautiful. I'm excited. His hole is going to be squeezed. Squeezed, I tell you. Here we go. Let's see this. I haven't seen this yet, so I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited. Here we go. Chody is better than the bear. Hell yeah, brother. I agree with that shit. Oh, look at that. We got, who's this? The Nerdy Mechanic. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Based. Finally, some good fucking food, Gordon Ramsay. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, Nerdy Mechanic. Billy Hatcher says, Chody's better than the bear. Hell yeah, brother. All right. So, okay, around this point, the quartering crashes the stream and jumps into the chat. So let's see Craig's reaction.
Speaking of being very kind and professional, Vampire Slayer came in with a $50, specifically not anti. Said, look, I hate doing this. I honestly hate, because Jeremy said so in his tweets.
I'm going to find it.
He even said, if I denied his show to go on a bigger show, he would understand and take no offense. So why are you taking offense? I don't know, chat. Am I like, did I miss? Am I the a-hole here? Like, is this my fault? Am I the guy here?
Yeah.
All right. He said, Jeremy's actually been friends of mine and stuck in.
Oh, whoa, hold on. He's sharing the DMs from Melanie. Oh my damn fuck! I did not know this. Why did no one tell me this? So this chat right here is just totally underwhelming me. Why did no one say? I didn't know this. Oh my god!
It's just a fact.
Oh my god! Here we go. You ready? This is great. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
143,000 just people
Here
who
we
slum
go.
us on a day-to-day basis over on YouTube. Now we are not live over on Rumble, but if you'd like to join us over on Rumble, you can do that as well at rumble.com/sidescrollers. But thank you very much for slumming with us over here. We'll do our best to clean up our act and moving forward, and do our best to grow every single day with our little show. So with that said, I sent this to Melanie here. Sent this to Melanie, and I said, look, I know he's your boy, but your boy's a dick and has no class.
All right, that got me. Thank you, Craig. You got me. Somebody said, Melanie, where'd you go? Didn't you have Melanie on before? Why dramatize this shit? I've had Melanie on several times. I like Melanie a lot. But Melanie's deep into this, bro. You can't avoid this shit. Melanie is completely knee deep in all this shit. And I don't know if it's because she really wants to be involved or like she really needs the paycheck. And look, I'm not trying to pretend like I know. I haven't talked to her in a while. Every time I've ever talked to her, it's been super nice. She's super nice. She's always been really welcoming and cool. But she's involved in all this. Now, if it was me, my happy ass would have been like, I'm gone, baby. But, you know, she's hearing other things from Jeremy, right? Now, what she could have said, I think that would have really, really helped out, to be fair, is I think Melanie could have been like, hey, look, I don't agree with false flagging. I don't agree with all these things. I don't agree with cuckoldry. Jeremy has told me all these things are lies. They are not true. He has showed me proof that I believe in, and I believe my friend. That would have been a decent response, right? And that's it. And then let it die with that. But unfortunately, people are going to start going hard as hell because that's how this shit works. You can't avoid it. The internet's a real place. It's a real place with real people. All right, here we go. Here's the DMs, by the way. So Craig says, I know he's your boy, but your boy's a dick and has no class. I hear it from me directly. And then Melanie says, I think you're taking this too personally. Ain't that to you? Well, your show's shitty. I think you're taking it too personally. I don't know. hey, Camelot, you're a shitty motherfucker. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, don't take it personal though. I'm like, I am Camelot though. Like, I can only take it personal. You said Camelot sucks. That feels personal. You know, you're not talking about Camelot like the old round table and the fucking pulling the sword out of the rock. No, Lancelot. What the fuck is that called? Excalibur. I don't know. You said me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I'd rather you hear it from me directly than hearing it from other people. Right now, I sent this to her Wednesday. What is this? Yeah, April 15th, right there. She responded, I guess that night. Said, I think you're taking this way too personally. It ain't that deep. There we go. So you guys can see a little better. You're talking about my livelihood. It's that deep. He may be your boy, but he's a fraud. Look at his shorts and tell me that's even remotely okay.
God, this is beautiful, Craig. Fuck, I love Craig. He's just giving me all the sauce. I need more. I need more sauce, Craig. Give me more sauce. Inject it into my urethra, Craig. Let's go. Hey, thank you guys for the subs. Appreciate you. Make sure you sub if you're not subscribed to this channel. Get on it, diggity doggone it. Don't forget, I am racing at Talladega. Racing at Talladega Saturday. Doing the NASCAR deal down there. Very, very excited for it. So don't forget, turn on Fox Sports 1 around 11:30, I think, Central. And you can check me out, watch me race at Talladega. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very, very excited. And here, I'll give you a picture of I'll let you guys see the car because it's a very pretty machine. And then we will look at all these DMs and have a good time. Have a good time. Because I'm having a good time, man. It's a lot of fun. I tapped in fun as the subject matter because I'm having a lot of fun. All right, boys. All right, thank you. Billy says, I don't like that Jared's pretending to be a Christian. Now, look, I'm not going to say that he's not. Okay? I'm just saying that he may be now, but he's still saying weird shit. And he's still fucking striking people. You had to interact with Cletus? Yeah, of course. I talk to him every time I race with him. Thank you, Billy. I love you. Marine says, does Sprint Cup qualify for your race? I think so. Yeah. They either qualify Friday or Saturday. I don't know. Okay, so check this out. Here's our Law Cow car. Thank you, Keem. Thank you, Boogie. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Boogie's gonna be there. It's gonna be a shit show. I'm excited. I'm excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I fucking think I like it. To be honest. All right, here we go. Here's the beautiful Law Cow machine, and then we'll go back to the DMs. There you go. Wings will be there too. Yes, Wings of Redemption will be there as well. So there's our Law Cow machine going 200 miles an hour, bump drafting at Talladega. Very excited. Very, very excited. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Every super chat, every direct PayPal, everything goes directly towards that race this weekend. Helps your boy out a lot. So thank you guys. Somebody pin the PayPal or post the PayPal, please. Thank you. All right, let's move back on to what we were talking about. I'm excited to see these DMs because I just can't imagine what's going to happen here. How many hot dogs, Boogie? All of them. All of them.
Once again, I'm being very upfront with her about this, right? And this is why Jeremy's mad, is because I will tell her that just like I would tell him that. Just like I'm telling you guys that. And it's very simple. It's Trinity to dogpile the quartering right now, so you're doing it and being dramatic for no reason. He wasn't hating on your show. I don't know. You guys tell me.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is like actually fucking upsetting me. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You're smarter than this. Like, you're smarter than this. I thought these DMs were going to be way more reasonable. You don't need to be slumming it on shitty small shows. He wasn't saying your shows sucked. What the fuck are we talking about? Why would you have a lockout card? Because they sponsored me. That's how it works. Of course. Jays. I went from the Timcast car to the lockout car. Get on it, doggone it. Thank you, Billy. Love you, buddy. Thank you, Dan Evil Robot, a new member. Everybody give him a shout out. Damn it, that's the wrong button. Fuck, hold on. Thank you, appreciate it. I'm sorry, everybody. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, this is disappointing, man. It really sucks.
Was he hating on side strollers? Because I don't know. He was just speaking highly of me because he's my friend. Also, what are you trying to accomplish? DMing me this exactly. I'm not going to turn on my friend. I said, I'm not asking you to. And it's not trendy. It's about time. I sent it to you so you'd hear it directly from me instead of hearsay. And if you want to know my full thoughts, you can watch the entire video, which I included a link to this video here for reference. This is the quartering is a fraud video right here. So I included that link so she can watch it. Said, I have no beef with you, Mel. You've always been a friend, which is exactly why I reached out to you personally, out of respect and not speaking poorly about our show. Did you watch the clip, Mel? You may be blinded by your friendship in that case.
Did you watch the clip at all? Like, come on, man. Whew.
She said, I watched the clip, and all he said was that that I should be on big shows. He said he didn't watch side scrollers, so he wasn't bashing it. Okay.
You shouldn't be slumming it on small. What the? Oh my God! I'm actually getting like my forehead's getting warm. What? He said he didn't watch side scroller, so he wasn't bashing it. Are we like being gaslit in real time? Are you kidding? The clip literally says Mel shouldn't be slumming it on small shows that don't help her at all. Why is she even on that small show? That's shitting on a show. That is unironically shitting on a show. I'm so confused. This is heartbreaking. Like, when Craig told me he'd talk to her, I was like, oh, well, she probably had a reasonable response. You know? I'm really bummed out because this is unbelievable. Unbelievable, like gaslighting as if we can't watch the clip right now. Craig! Appreciate you guys slumming it with Cody tonight. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate you, brother. Craig. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, man.
He just wanted me to be on the big shows, be on big shows. He even said if I denied his show to go on a bigger show, he would understand and take no offense. So why are you taking offense?
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know, Chad. Am I the a-hole here? Like, is this my fault? Am I the guy here? All right. He said, Jeremy's actually been friends of mine and stuck his neck out for me on multiple occasions. You can't even mention me. You can't even mention me on your show without having to throw some huge disclaimer ahead of time. And when I was dogpiled over Goonergate, you had people on your show who were viciously attacking me in Razor Fist at the time, right in the middle of all of it. And I said, no.
What does that have to do with anything? Are you saying that if somebody's having a beef with somebody else, I'm not allowed to have them on my show, even when I'm not aware of said beef? What people don't understand about Craig is Craig don't give a fuck. Craig don't give a fuck. Craig had me on his show 2 days after the whole VTuber community wanted to kill my ass. And Craig had regular guests on his channel that didn't like me at the time. And Craig said, I don't give a fuck. Because that has nothing to do with this. Right? And it's fine now. Right? People aren't used to how people like Craig operate. Craig don't give two shits about people's beefs. He cares about the individual. Right? Not my beef, not my problem, brother. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. How is it that Melanie can say, why are you taking a comment personal, Craig, about your show being a slummy show, but her take it personal when Craig has a guest on that doesn't really care for her?
Doobie-doobie-doo.
What? Insane. Log cow. So this race is a cattle drive. Gregory Lieber, yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. I love you. Manbill on Rumble said there's a less than 0% chance Jared walks in on his wife with Ralph Mel and runs off with Scarlett, who's crazy ass, just completely destroys him. Oh. Oh yeah, Cody had a problem with Kirsch's VTuber friend. Yeah, I mean, it was a stupid thing back then. It was one of these stupid things. But I mean, Kirsha made a video defending me about getting canceled one time, right? So there's like a line of respect for all these creators. And a lot of people understand that line. Craig understands that line, right? That's the point.
Hell, we dwarf his show in viewership. We take out the Rumble front page promotion and bots, and his show is nothing compared to ours. He's being propped up. He's been propped up. Good for him. It's all fake. It's not his place to talk about small shows, especially when his is and has been smaller than ours. He comes off as arrogant and gatekeeping. That's not me saying it. That's everyone who's watched the clip saying it. And she said, "Okay, so you're making it a peeing contest now." At the time of him saying that your show hadn't grown that much. But like I said, he just thought highly enough of me to say I should be on big shows, and he would understand if I wanted to be on a show bigger than his. It wasn't personal. Side Scroll is doing great, and I want y'all to keep doing great. It's been 2 years since he said that. After all, said Mel, he literally made it a peeing contest.
Yeah, the quartering makes everything a pissing contest. All he talks about his viewership and his money. Every stream 100 times, his viewership and his money. Bro, God, I'm like starting to think, is a paycheck fucking worth this shit? Jesus fuck, brother.
She said, you don't have to like him. Nobody has to like anybody. But I don't know what you're trying to accomplish by gossiping to me about it. You're mad over a 2-year-old clip. If I wanted to be mad at you over something, I could. If I wanted to be mad at you, I could over how you had smashed JT on your show in the middle of him dogpiling me in Razor Fist. Or how sorry, Smash, I know you're watching. Here's some content for you, buddy. Or how when you made a video about my husband, but you wouldn't even mention me without a disclaimer first. Oh, this is when her husband was getting dogpiled in the cosplay community. But you know what? I didn't make a big deal out of it. Yet, here you are being dramatic over a 2-year-old clip that wasn't that deep. I said, with all due respect, Mel, you're too close to the situation. Nothing about this is a good look for him. The threats, the emails, the arrogance, the shorts. It's not even including I'm not even including the flagging me because I don't know if he did that or not. Does that sound like I'm accusing him of anything? I don't know. Which, once again, is why I reached out to you as a friend to tell you my thoughts about your friends so you don't get it twisted. Well, Mel, when it's about my livelihood, the way I make a living, it's that deep. It will always be deep. In regards to a disclaimer, I saw that pretty much anyone that's been on in any, I say that pretty much anyone who's been in a controversy of late, it's not a you thing at all. Now I'll say to you, it's not that deep. You have smashed JT on your show. I don't want to hear it with you suddenly caring about people's character because clearly that's not the case.
Oh, so Craig is supposed to not like Smash JT because she doesn't like Smash JT. See, that's never gonna work. Deft Cracks is pretty sure Quartering just wanted her audience. No, he wanted something else, brother.
It says we have Smash as a guest on the show. I don't know or recall any beef between you two. And honestly, it's not my job to know about people's beef. I don't agree with everyone on our show, and I don't care who has beefs with who. I'm not the internet's janitor. By the way, said this publicly many, many times. Right here. Here we are. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Smash, catching strays.
Smash. Billy says she loves to be ripped. Woof. Come on, Billy. Come on, Billy, brother. Come on now, Billy. Come on.
A 2-year-old clip where he doesn't even bash the show does not affect your livelihood.
Where he doesn't even bash the show. Fuck, bro.
Recall any beef? By the way, I don't. Like the whole Goonergate thing she's going to bring up here. Like, look, that was just kind of one of those things that happened. I talk about, I've done over 700 something side scrollers at this point, right?
Oh, that is the winning comment of the day.
Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo.
Oh, how disappointing.
I don't remember everything we talked about. Sorry. You don't recall any beef? Seriously? He started Goonergate and dogpiled me in Razor Fist relentlessly, and you knew about that. We talked about that. I said, you're right, but you're right. It shouldn't, but it does. Don't recall any beef. I said, honestly, I stayed out of all that Gooner stuff. As I said, I have people who I agree with and don't agree with that are on my show, and friends who I don't agree with on everything. She said, Razor, and by the way, sorry, Razor, sorry you got to get lumped into this. Razor and I were both regularly on your show, and helped a lot in the early days. Then in the middle of a gigantic dog pile that Smash started, you have him on. That was not in good taste. I said, it is what it is. And this is in response to, it is what it is. I think this was me continuing this right here. And then in response to that, I said, yeah, but we're grateful for you guys believing in our show. We always will be. I don't recall the show. We've done over 700, but there's 100% no malice intended ever. Mel, once again, I think a lot of you always have. That's why I reached out, not to drive a wedge, but to be honest and transparent with you. He is your friend. I think he's, well, whatever. This is one thing that we as friends will just have to disagree on. I'm sorry if you took offense to bringing Smash on. It certainly wasn't meant to be disrespectful to you or Razor. I apologize and hope we can move past this. She said, talking bad. And by the way, this is a lesson that I think a lot of people can hear, right? When in a friendship situation, right? And once again, I have no beef with Mel, right? I want to keep things cordial. I reached out to her professionally. Sometimes it's okay just to say, look, sorry.
You're not even showing a fraction of loyalty. She's talking like Jeremy. Why does Jeremy deserve loyalty? I don't understand. What is this? What is it? what is this strange culture thing about around this whole, like, the entire defense system of Jeremy is people should be showing him loyalty. Fucking why? Has that been injected into the lore yet? Why? Why does everybody deserve loyalty right now? If someone does something fucked up, they just deserve loyalty? I don't understand why. Where is this coming from? Like, I like Melanie. Why should I like the quartering or like not speak on him flagging channels? I don't understand this. What is this loyalty thing? Why do we need loyalty here? Jeremy has shown zero loyalty to his past friends, Tim Roberts. Yeah. Yeah. Shutting up was always an option. Apparently not, Shanny. Apparently not. One red boy, one pink boy from a rainbow night. We're exactly halfway to Naked Snake Boys. $250 away. Hot diggity damn. Thank you guys. Like the show. Spam that like button. Let's hit 1,000. I think we can actually hit 1,000 tonight and break a record. My first 1,000 like stream since 2023. Let's do it. Thank you guys.
It's okay. Sorry you're offended. Sorry that happened. Right? It is, and that's it. She said, talking bad about my loyal friend in this space just isn't good taste when you've not shown even a fraction of loyalty. Now, I just would like to point out that Mel did immediately jump from our show as soon as she had a better offer. Once again, I'm totally fine with that.
And yeah, and Craig is one of those guys who won't. He's not bothered if you have a good opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But this is like this DM thread is a metric fuck ton of the holy grail of contradictions. Craig is required to show loyalty, but she leaves when she has money. Craig is supposed to not like Jeremy, but still respect him. But he can't like Smash or have him on because she doesn't like him. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting.
Totally fine with that. But I just, there's a little bit of irony there. That's all.
Z-Man Blue. It's starting to look like that, yeah.
I hold no ill feelings. That stuff did bother me, but I didn't make it a huge deal out of it. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't owe me anything, so it's okay. I'm not holding it against you, and I still wish all the best for you in the show. I just can't accept you bashing Jeremy to me when he has always had my back and is a great friend. I don't want any part of this beef you have with him. If I were in the comments giving you grief, by the way, are we almost? I think we're almost. Hopefully, if I were in the comments giving you grief, I'd understand you wanted to talk to me about it, but I'm not doing that. Well, I hope that friendship remains and is true. And I mean this with zero disrespect and malice at all. Doesn't end with you not. This is what well, I hope that friendship, speaking of her and Jeremy, remains and is true. And I mean this with zero disrespect or malice at all. Doesn't end when you're no longer on his payroll or of use to him. I said CML. And these were the posts that he later deleted, where he was like kind of spurging out of things. And I said, please tell me this. This was, I closed the conversation, opened up X, and then immediately, like 3 minutes later, got this right here. So, Retro Gamers says, Craig types like a second grader. I don't know. All right. So, please tell me this doesn't have to do with me, Mel.
This is where the quartering, she sent the DMs directly to the quartering, by the way. If any of you didn't know that, she immediately sent these messages directly to the quartering.
Specifically, you literally use the phrase turn on. Okay, so these were the tweets that he later deleted saying, hey, he was going off and he talked about how I have all that. I've seen the DMs. And he used the phrase, if you think my friends are going to turn on me, which she used previously, I'm not going to turn on Jeremy, right? Okay, so he don't delete those. That's fine. She said, be for real. I mean this with no malice. Then you make the most petty comment ever, like I'm only his friend for some money. By the way, that once again, that's not how I can see how that came off that way, but that's not how I intended it, right? I was legitimately saying like, you're in his corner because he's paying you, and I get that, right? But when he's no longer paying you, I hope you still have that connection, right? I don't know everyone's relationships. It's not my job to know everyone's relationships. I'm not the internet's janitor. I'm not the internet's, relationship counselor. That's not me. I don't care. Anyways, I've been friends with him for a very long time. I don't go on his show because I need the paycheck. My husband and I are financially set for life. I never have to work another day. I just enjoy what I do.
That's nice.
Enjoy making money because who doesn't? But don't imply that you're that I'm Jeremy's friend because he pays me It's unbelievably catty of you. Don't pretend like you said that in good faith. And then I said, I say that based on experience he's had with previous hosts, specifically Sydney Watson, which I'm going based totally off the track record here. Says, and there was no malice in it all. She said, I'm not Sydney Watson. You just insulted my credibility with your statement. Mel, I go back to the original point of this. I reached out to you out of respect. That's it. Okay, can we drop it then? This is not productive. I don't like any of this. And I said, what about this? You're leaking DMs to him? Is that what this is about? She said, I've had multiple people in my DMs about him, as has Hannah Claire. And we have been telling him that that was the case. If people were DMing me, bashing you, I'd be telling you, hey, people are in my DMs bashing you. Just as I'm sure you and Blabs would to each other. I said, except I wasn't bashing him and I wasn't trying to get you to turn on him. We can 100% drop it. I don't want drama with you privately or publicly. That was literally the intention of me reaching out privately. I said, night, Mel. And this is where it ends. It says, his tweet was about people harassing us. You've not harassed me, so it doesn't apply to you. Don't worry about it. I'm not mad. I just don't want to be tied up in this. Hope you have a good night. And that's where it ended.
That's the unfortunate truth, though. She's tied up in it. And, man, I don't know, dude. Like, disclaimer, I've talked to Melanie in DMs. You know, she's made posts where she was getting bullied, and I'm reached out, and I was like, hey, man, like, I'm right there with you. I understand. We've had great conversations. So this all sucks to see. It just sucks, right? Because I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to think of how it could have been better. Yeah, I saw the clip. It was kind of shitty, but it was 2 years ago and he didn't see the show. So he was just off the cuff being kind of a dick in the moment. You know, it happens. Something. I don't know, man. I don't know. But whatever, dude. That sucks. But what can you do? I don't know any beefs with anybody. I don't know the lore based on anything. I just know that she was always, you know, super cool. So sucks, man. Whatever. You know. Commodore, maybe I'm wrong, but I've always found Melanie Mack hypocritical, and we'll jump to who benefits her from the first time I saw her in South Carolina. Yeah, see, I don't know any of that. Like, I don't know any lore or what show she's been on or whatnot. All I can go by is my conversations with her, which have always been positive. So I don't know. It's just, this was weird to see her like not seeing the malice in that clip at all. It's like it didn't happen. It's very strange. You know, Billy Browski, not loyal to Jer. Filthy to Jer. Thank you, brother. Hayden Wayne says, if Melanie had only realized that Tomb Raider and Celebrity weren't that different, there wouldn't have been an issue. She wanted Celebrity censored. That's how she became a key figure in the Goonergate. I still don't know what Goonergate's about. I barely remember it. I remember people being angry that like Stellar Blade chicks had her fat ass out, and I was like, I support the fat asses. MMR says, you're so full of crap, Camelot. I agree. Thank you, brother. Hayden, thank you, buddy, for your orange boy. Billy, I knew something was off of Mel. I'm glad I was sis. It's hard to see her like this. He completely took her over. I don't know, man. I'm trying to not pretend behind the scenes and think bad things. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. I will say this, though. If Melanie decided to end the show because let's say she, hypothetically speaking, she didn't want to be involved in any of this. She was catching too much heat. She's like, fuck this, I'm out. And she quit the show. And she might have accidentally DM'd somebody or said the wrong thing that can be misconstrued as negative from Jeremy. He would call her a whore in 2 seconds. And that she doesn't have children and she's old and gross. In 2 seconds, he would do that. Speaking of loyalty. And you're going to see that here shortly because we're going to play the Britney Venti video. Thank you, TMF Squid. The moment Melanie starts streaming with Jared, the moment she finds out that he trashes every woman he has ever come across, I have to assume she just hasn't seen this stuff. Right? I just have to assume that. Thank you, TMF Squid. I love you. Garbage takes. Hate to be an armchair psychologist, but if you look up narcissistic abuse, Mel fits it to a T. Thank you. I appreciate your garbage takes. Yeah. Me and JKB talked a lot about this stuff the other night. So, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Oh, it was really good, nerd. It was a great video. Britney Venti's video was like a masterpiece. It was just very, very well like edited. You know. So, what's up, Juana Campo? I agree with that shit. We were talking about that the other night too. Yes. All right. I'm glad you're glad, Em. I agree with that shit. Hell yeah. All right. So this is when, okay, by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, Jeremy showed up in this chat right here. This live stream just happened and Jeremy showed up in the chat. Let's see what happens.
So apparently tomorrow he's going to expose all the DMs that I've sent. So there you go.
There's all the DMs.
That's literally it. Looking forward to
Craig with a W.
that. So it does look like he just tweeted. I'd like to say hi to Jeremy for watching. He said, Twitter is not real life, lol. Sometimes I like to kick the hornet's nest, but tomorrow will be a regular day just like the rest. Oh, really? Is it because maybe it's because I just spent like the last 45 minutes showing the DMs that you're going to show tomorrow. Is that why it's just going to be a regular day tomorrow? Because
yeah. So the quartering is no longer going to show these DMs and then claims that it was all a bunch of LOL. You know what I'm saying? Because Craig did it. And Craig doesn't look like the bad guy in these DMs even a little bit. I can say that from a completely like subjective stance. Is they just made Craig look like he was trying to garner reference and feedback to improve his own channel from somebody that he probably looked up to a little bit when it came to the algorithm and came to YouTube success. See nothing wrong with that. You know?
I did it. Okay, sounds good. And once again, for me, this is not internet drama, right? This is a bigger issue. Let's not forget why this whole thing started, right? Allegedly, after saying he was going to do it, after implying he was going to do it, but then saying he didn't do it, the Kino Casino Clips channel got taken down. Let's recall how this whole thing started, right? And then all the other stuff about side scrolls got by the way, thank you to Nobody. That's the creator's name. Make sure you guys go check out Nobody's channel. Who unearthed that clip? By the way, your comments and videos actually led to that because it was a comment on YouTube that pointed out that he said that. And I was like, really? And I asked, and I took that comment, posted it on X, and then Nobody went out and actually found that clip, which has led to a lot of this nonsense. So look, I've been exposed at this point. You guys can be the judge, as always, right? Was I wrong here? Was I the jerk? Have I been exposed here? I'd like to think that I try to handle myself somewhat professionally. Look, I think we all have our moments, but you know, we've all done stupid things online. I've done many, many stupid things online, but I like to think that I treat people with somewhat respect. This is obviously not one of those cases. So
I'll give you a little bit of insight here. Okay. And this is me glazing Craig just a hair for just 2 seconds. Okay. When I had my goofy ass drama like 2-3 years ago now, where I had a whole community pissed off, Craig was like, I don't care about that beef. We're friends. Come on my show. And I was like, all right, cool. Right? In the complete opposite, I had another creator that was on my show recently, or well, at the time it was recently. And I had respected and always liked, got drunk with one night, by the way, that banned me from his chat and banned me from everything, blocked me on Twitter, because he just so happened to have a guest from the community that didn't like me. And I popped up in chat and said, I hope he was having a good night and hope he was doing well. And he banned me from all of it. And then he messaged one of our friends, our mutual friends, and was like, LOL, I had to ban him because my chat hates him now because of his controversy. Dude banned my ass, never associated with me again. Just because a community for a week didn't like me. And we had gotten drunk together and were friends, I thought. Craig, during the exact same controversy, invited me on his show and said he didn't give a fuck about all that. It's a Gundam invited me on his show and said, I don't care about that. Fuck those people. You know, if they don't like me, they don't like me. I don't care. That's the difference. That's the difference in people that are here for clout, here for money, here for affirmation, over people that are genuine, real-ass people. Craig has always been real as hell to me. It's a Gundam's always been real as hell to me. There's a lot of people I can think of like that. There's a lot of people that are not like that. Just saying.
Please let me know how I have... I don't know if I'm ever going to recover from this, if I'm being totally honest with you. But you know what will help? It's $5 from Stone Cold Sneed Austin. Says, Stubborn Crick channel's under attack. Oh, no. We also have Ranger George. Thank you so much for resubbing for 17 months. Freak Offer says, enjoying this random live stream about being exposed. We need Jack Films on Ham Planet doing these shorts. Jack always goes after these content thieves with bingo cards. It's great. Ravenous came back, says, if it wasn't for Jeremy, I wouldn't have been introduced to VTubers. He's covering the Guru drama, or he was covering that. Then a few months later, I made my channel. I'm grateful for him pushing my channel, but thank you. Pillow Tap came in, says, donating to be a part of the local history. Garbage Take says, I can't watch my favorite YouTube channel. Thanks, Jeremy.
Craig Cougar says, why does Camelot not seem to go on Flashcast anymore? I'm always so busy Saturday night, man, and it's just a really rough time. The reason I can go on Jack's show whenever they ask is because I have nothing going on Thursday nights. Saturday nights is my fullest night by a mile. As soon as I get off stream, I have to go do shit, right? Because it's Saturday, right? So that's the only reason. He invited me recently, and I didn't see it until the next morning. So I mean, I would totally go on if it was perfectly in a good spot. It's just not for me. I like everybody on there, of course. Shout out to Flash, Raging Rhino, all those boys. Billy says he is the quarter keeper. Hell yeah. RTU. Oh, damn it.
Smash says, thanks. The dude needs serious help. Epic downfall for ages. I think that's like honestly the biggest thing here is dude is probably drunk, probably going hard, and probably just needs to put down the bottle. Joey says, I checked YouTube and Craig is live. What's going on here? Oh, I'm just being exposed after, once again, drove 10 hours today. Walked in, checked X for the first time, and Craig, watch out. So, hey, by the way, Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers, Yellow Flash, Smash, anybody who wants to take this and chop this up, by all means, you have my full blessing. Just let them know. Appreciate that. Nobody has spoken. There it is. Says, I'll expose our DMs, Craig. How dare you?
Well, thank you, Craig. I'll put out a video tomorrow morning about it. How about that, Craig? Thank you, buddy.
Show genuine interest in.
He didn't mention me though, but I'm still going to do it.
The project I've been working on. I know nobody. By the way, this is nobody. He's the one who found that found the clip. So there it is right there. Nobody has spoken. You can check out his channel right there. C3 metal thingy says use code COPE for buying tea and coffee from Dragon's Treasures. Not mindset, not criminal. Well, so how was your weekend? Good question. Nobody says I find one clip and Jared loses it like the oranges. But what do they do? Sab says followed you since the GC Screw Attack days. Jeremy's a hack. Screw that dude. I don't want to speak, and they still want to. Oh, maybe that's the next music. Oh, when you come back with some creative energy. Put the bottle down. And Lee says quartering's in the chat. If you don't know, that's fine. The Tank Rodriguez says, wait, isn't this the top 10 best video game music? Oh,
here's his message to Jeremy, who was in chat watching.
With Slumlord. Well, guys, thank you again for slumming with me tonight. And if Jeremy is in the chat, I do have a legit message for you. Put the bottle down. Put down the phone and put the bottle down. You don't need the booze, man. And I mean this like sincerely. You don't need it. Get sober, take a break, get off the internet. And when you come back with some creative energy. I know everybody's doing it, so you should do it too. No. Your channel should be demonetized. It's literally in the terms of service that you can't do what you're doing with those shorts, right? But you're skating by right now. So all I ask of you is to look at yourself and realize that you should, and by the way, I'm not being malicious at all. Take a step back. Totally remove yourself from the internet. If you need to upload some videos to keep your channel in the algorithm, awesome. Do that. That's fine. But outside of that, get your work done, get done, and separate. Go on a vacation, go down to the beach, and just get off the internet. Do not drink. Don't smoke. Don't do any drugs. If you do any of that stuff, I'm not implying that you do. I don't know anything about you outside of that. And just separate, man. Come back, tell everybody you messed up, and then hopefully everybody can move on. That's the best advice I can give you. I was asking for advice from you a couple of years ago. Now I'm giving you advice. Own it. Apologize and do your best to regain some trust.
Awesome. 100%. That's it sucks to be the guy that has to hear it, right? You never want to hear that shit. But sometimes you need to. MA says, make sure it takes a picture. Yeah. I will have them on my trunk. Here's what it looks like, by the way. I've already made it. There it be. That's be. Here it is right here. Okay, we're going to pull up Venti's video now. I'm going to look and see if there's anything new, and then we'll pull it up. There it is. That's going to be on my trunk. on a black. It's a black car, so I made it black with white text. So there you go. There you are. There you go. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. The spacing is going to be a little different with the text, but yeah, this should be it. All right, boys. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yes. It's time to move on. Okay. Let's make sure we ain't missed anything else. And then let's move on. All right. And then we'll have a good time. Very, very fun. Very fun time. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? We're going to find some more stuff here just in 2 seconds. I just got to make sure I'm not missing anything because sometimes you miss stuff and you don't want to miss things. Right? So let's look. Nothing. Yep. There's nothing else. Nothing else as far as like it looks like he's deleted everything off Twitter. It's fun for me. I do have to put this out there, and I want to know your guys' opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion on this. This guy, Fire Andrew, says, "Why did you tweet all that crazy shit and then go on stream?" TheQuartering says, "It's fun for me." I want you to think about that for a moment. He said, "It's fun for me." It's fun. The thing that allegedly has led his co-host to getting harassed, his parents, himself, his wife, apparently people showing up at his house. His wife doesn't feel safe. Everyone's getting harassed. It's really dangerous. The thing that caused all of that is fun for him. Keep that in mind. That is why I just have to assume all of that is fake. All of that harassment shit is completely fake. Because if it was real, you wouldn't be claiming it was fun to make it happen worse and worse and escalate it for all the people you supposedly care about. I'm just saying. There's no way. It has to be fake. Because if you're unironically saying you're enjoying bringing all of that harassment to your co-host and your family, then you're way more fucked up than I thought. I'm just saying. That's just what I'm saying. You guys tell me how you feel in the chat. Okay. All right. Okay. God. All right. Let us move on. We're going to pull up the Britney Venti clip. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm very, very, very excited. I saw Venti got banned from the Rumble chat, which is not surprising. Everybody's getting banned from the Rumble chat. I mean, I know it's gone now, but I know he's not streaming live now, but everybody was getting banned from the chat, like everyone. So, not very surprising. This video I'm about to show you is one of the more devastating things you're probably going to see as far as allegations, clips surfacing, all that stuff. It's going to be really, really crazy. So as far as, stacking a whole giant fat ass box of evidence is concerned. Okay. So let's pull it up. This is pretty wild shit. I hope you guys enjoy this because I know I did. I watched it twice already since it came out just recently. So make sure you guys do me a favor. We're 200 likes from 1,000 likes. It'll be the first time I had a 1,000 like stream in about 2-3 years, maybe. So spam the hell out of it. I really appreciate you guys for that. $1.99 until Naked Snake for the 610th show in a row, boys. Thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you to all the new members. Really means a lot. Frank, that's coincidental. Thank you, Frank. I really appreciate that. The memberships help me out so much. They really, really do. I appreciate that. I love you. All right. So let's start the video and have some fun with it because it's a good one. Cinevere rated my show. I love you, Cinevere. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Here we go. I love me too. You know what, William? How about you eat my ass? What about that? How about that? How about that, man? Okay, let's pull it up. You guys ready? I will have a video about Craig tomorrow, by the way. It's going to be the complete. It's going to probably be like a 20-minute quick edit of what you just saw. Oh my gosh. Hayden with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Big shout out again. I want to shout out my guy, my RT Motorsport Designs. They sent me my Talladega helmet in the mail, completely airbrushed, custom, brand spank. I really appreciate that, RT. Love you guys. Mr. Blaine, you guys are goated as hell. Appreciate it. Can't wait to use it Saturday and Friday. All right. Here we go, boys. Thank you, Hayden. I really appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. It means a lot. Love you. All right. Here we go.
Let me tell you this about Venti.
As much as the host do either.
I would give everything I had to have babies with Echo. Even though all my kids look like sharks. I mean, quote more about Britney Venti. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Some of this. I'm just trying to be nice to everybody. This gets me in trouble online, apparently. And those same dumbass whore women turn around and pretend like they weren't begging you for help and then try to paint you as some sort of creeper. I definitely want to have sex with Britney Venti.
What's going on?
I have to put this out there. Jeremy, thanks to anybody messaging him like for advice on YouTube. Now that they're saying he's a piece of shit for what he's done on YouTube, he's like, they're disloyal. I tried to give them advice and they're disloyal. I'm like, you don't deserve loyalty, you know? GLP says, can you call anybody crashing out this hard? I legit cannot. He needs to put down the ball and get off the internet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. It's usually like a one-day thing. Like when Mundane Matt crashed out, it was like a one-day thing, right? Tahirman says, man, this is sad. Used to love watching Jeremy. Man, helped me get my math MythCon back in 2016. Now this fucking alcohol. It ruins everything, brother. It ruins everything. You know, there's nothing wrong with casually drinking twice a week, you know, or once a week. I drank some Claws, I think Friday or Saturday. I drink Claws like once a week, maybe a little bit of whiskey on the rocks, a little bit, like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. Nothing wrong with that, man. But if you have to drink like 15, 20 beers a day, you have a fucking problem. Okay.
Everyone, Brittany from The Venting here. TheQuartering has gone woke and everyone's channels are under attack. There's a lot of scandals and controversy with this, including deplatforming, the Wisconsin bull, alcoholism, blackout streams, begging his audience for money when he's a multi-millionaire, being a simp trying to get a crumb of coochie from every attractive woman in any mile radius.
By the way, Lauren Southern's sister is also super fucking hot. Lauren Southern or Tommy Lahren? Lauren Southern, that's easy. I'll take a girl with some hips. She got some hips. Tommy, fine. In my personal interactions with Lauren Southern, she's been wildly manipulative. And Lauren Southern, much like many of the other female conservatives, I thought was a friend of mine, only to find out later that they had a secondary DM group where they would talk garbage about me all the time. And pathetic. She told me she was destitute too. She told me she had no money, then told me the offer I gave her, which was more than generous, wasn't enough money.
I've noticed that this is a repeated pattern of behavior. Jeremy goes to simp a woman. He expects something out of it for being a nice guy.
Sneaky fucker.
And then when it doesn't work out, he becomes a sour simp.
To have white skull candy headphones, I think they're so cool. And I finally bought myself some, and I was like, this is nice. This is nice. I'm upgrading. So.
Yeah, well, you could probably put it on your wiki feed or whatever, an Amazon wish list or something. You're on wiki feed. Did you know that? I usually peruse the comments.
Not cool, Sydney Watson. She talked massive amounts of shit about me in these feminist DM groups.
Every girl that has not accepted his love gets the fucking hammer. You notice this? They get the fucking hammer, bro. Rough, dude. Absolutely rough.
After I paid for everything with the Publica, it made me want to sue her. She never paid a single fucking penny for anything in that company. I lost $100,000 or more. Jeremy confirmed doormat. Yeah.
He throws money at them, expecting something a little more out of them while claiming that they're his friends. You don't really make intimate, romantically charged comments to your female friends, especially not when you're married and a conservative. Jeremy Handley from TheQuartering got famous because he spammed the YouTube algorithm enough times with his milquetoast content, and any competition he would have had got banned off of the platform. He was an anti-cancel culture, anti-woke, free speech advocate up until now, where he has successfully utilized his influence of 2 million subscribers and his quote, non-Indian YouTube representative to get the Kino Casino banned. And the reason he felt that it was okay to do this? Harassment of his wife, aka cyberbullying.
No, keep in mind, what has led to this, TheQuartering tweeted today, he finds it fun. The reason he keeps saying stuff and pissing people off and steering the pot when he drinks is because it's fun. But apparently it leads to his whole family getting harassed and it's dangerous. So either A, his family's actually not getting harassed, or B, he finds it fun to put his family and his coworkers in that situation. Those are the only two options, guys. There's only two options here. None of them are good.
Oh, no beef with you, bro, outside of a little bro thing you did, bro, by flagging down videos, bro, on YouTube, bro, because they made fun of you, bro. That's pretty soft, bro. That's softer than like baby do, bro.
The Kino Casino is a comedy channel. They live stream on Kick and they had a YouTube channel. And one of their segments was to make fun of Jeremy because of his constant need to overshare. He has a long history of oversharing, most infamously for his bowels being under attack.
He always talks about shit in his pants for some reason. I think he might have a kink for scat. I think he has a kink for scat. You know what I'm saying? Like poop porn. GLB says, FYI, he can't put down the bottle. He also takes benzos and will seize out if he goes cold turkey. Dude needs inpatient rehab. Yep. I'm sure you're right, man. I'm sure you're right. Thank you, GLP. Appreciate that, brother.
The pooth is out there, pal.
I have anxiety diarrhea.
He has anxiety diarrhea.
I had like a diarrhea moment, and I was like, oh my God, I have to go. The men's room, and there was shit all over the place, all over the toilet, all like, you know, it's overflowing out of the toilet. It was on the back wall of the toilet. Well, I just shit in the garbage can.
This turns into people tracking the literal trail of destruction he left behind.
So he's leaving a trail of smears all the way from the shoe section to the electronics department.
We're leaving a trail. We're leaving a
Yeah, there was a little bit. There's a little bit on the ground because nobody shops for shoes at Walmart.
What?
And I like
He's one of those guys that I made a video about that shits in the floor in Walmart. Holy shit. When I was working at Walmart, people would unironically like shit in the aisles. He's an aisle shitter. He's a Walmart aisle shitter this whole time. Wow.
Honey, he's gonna shit in the shoe box, honey, not a shoe poo. And some wagey is gonna have to clean it up. Jan.
I hit the back wall.
So he takes another detour. So like this guy's now drawing it in real time. There is a little bit of shit that's going down Jeremy's leg and hitting the floor.
I'm on the home stretch. With each step, a little more is coming out.
Unfortunately, Jeremy could not make the bathroom in time, leaving his usual racing stripes in his underwear.
You know, women probably never had to clean pee off the toilet seat before they lived with a man. Women probably never had to wash racing stripes out of underwear before living with men.
No, I don't have racing stripes in my underwear. I don't shit my pants, nor do I wipe poorly enough to where I have shit stains all over my underwear. The only reason you're getting shit stains in your underwear is because you're not wiping at all. You're just hitting it once or twice and getting up and running. God, imagine what he fucking smells like, brother. Oh, fuck. That like makes my skin crawl. Oof, oof, oof. I tell you what, boys. Oof.
It's really no wonder why he's in a committed relationship with his bidet.
When I travel now, the bidet is a thing I miss. I mean, I'll just say it. I miss it more than I miss my wife and I miss my dog. No. For $200,000 a year, I'm going barehanded picking up each turd pile. I don't even care.
And poor Jeremy just doesn't seem to understand why we make fun of it, even though he's openly sharing it.
Jeremy's the kind of guy that's like, hey guys, isn't it funny how we all shit our pants and have like racing stripes? It's so funny being a guy. And all the other dudes are like, no, actually, no. I don't have racing stripes in my pants, actually. And all the other guys are like, no, yeah, me neither. Daryl, what about you? Daryl's like, no, man. It's like, what about you? Stuart, what do you think? And he's like, no, man, I don't do that. Jeremy's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, well, yeah, okay, whatever.
As if that magically makes it less gross.
Nope, sorry, Walmart janitor. I hope the comment was worth it, but no panic diarrhea. I guess I'm not allowed to share stories because if I share a story, it gets turned around against me. Jeremy, even though I willingly.
Welcome to the internet, Jeremy.
Poor Jer Bear.
I guess I can't tell people about shitting my pants because then people will talk about me shitting my pants. Well, yeah, I guess so. You might be right there. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Commodore says, I remember my time at DG. I'm assuming that's Dollar General. Before we kept the bathroom keys up front, people would leave things like diapers on the floor, among other things. Bro. I know. Trust me, I know, man. Oh, yeah, racing stripes. Yes, of course. He admits it.
can't overshare anymore. You do still have a YouTube channel to overshare on, don't you, Jer Bear? He acts like he's okay with people making fun of him, and he said this over and over, but clearly he isn't. If now he can't overshare, he immediately tries to deplatform people for making fun of him because his wife is off the table. She's not an internet person.
Spent much time thinking about how to best handle the issues with harassment and cyberbullying in Magic. My wife has long been a victim of these actions. No evidence of that, of course. His wife is a nobody. No one would know who she is if she wasn't married to him. So I find that extraordinarily hard to believe.
Oh, buddy! And he's like, I'm being harassed, and my wife is getting these phone calls and these packages in the mail, and death threats. Provide some proof there, Jerry Smollett. There's no proof of any of this. And by the way, even if there was, we have nothing to do with that. He's using his wife as a human shield to silence criticism.
During all of this
And keep in mind, he said today that it's fun for him to stir the pot, which is apparently leading to this harassment. So does he like doing that?
bullying he did, talking about how they're harassing his wife for making jokes on details that he elected to share on stream about his own life. You would think with someone saying that their wife is a non-internet person that they wouldn't go and post her on their community tab after crying about harassment. But not only that, Jeremy Hambully here decided to actually call his wife to come on stream to try to get more donations utilizing her body.
Once she comes down, I'm going to let her off the hook quick. I'm just have her do the job, show her boobs, everyone, as Nick promised. Yep. But only if you ordered can you look. And then...
Rare Nick sighting. Ah, remember those days when he'd be swigging? Ah, those were the days. Those were the days of our lives.
I'll read every single super chat and
those were you gotta admit, like those were drinking Nick is really funny. And I mean before like it got bad. Like he was just fucking funny, you know. Before it got too delicious. Fire PA says Jerry missing his calling as a proctologist. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Fire PA. Oh dear.
Bond every single one of them.
There she is. Hi.
Funny how he's not very protective of his wife when it comes to her dignity.
There's a guy at work who claimed that vegan veg didn't smell. Well, I can tell you this. My wife has been a vegetarian, and you can tell the difference.
You don't just get to make someone part of your content and mention them constantly. You know, suddenly declare, actually, she's a private person when it's convenient.
Are you more or less attracted to me right now than you were 10 minutes ago?
I think you really want to know the answer to that.
And the most interesting part here is that...
What the fuck? I'd never seen him look like this. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where's it? What the hell?
Be protective of his wife when it comes to her dignity.
There's a guy at work who claimed vegan
constantly. You know, suddenly declare, actually, she's a private person when it's convenient.
Are you more?
Oh my God.
Or less attracted to me right now than you were 10 minutes ago?
I think you really want to know the answer to that.
And the most interesting part here is that apparently she put him up to this whole thing of getting them deplatformed. He says it here in the message himself. But also, my wife is not an internet person. Absolutely guilty.
He claimed in the message that his wife said to deplatform them.
Of hypocrisy. Let's talk about the mythos of the Wisconsin Bowl. Jeremy has a friend, a long-term friend, that he often mentions by first name on his own stream. And it turns out that this guy, who publicly had his full name on Twitter as his username with his profile picture of himself, people found his Reddit account and figured out that he frequents cuckolding subreddits. Him and his wife proactively partake in swinging. And Jeremy brings him around, him and his wife.
Bro, bring your fucking wife's big old boobs and bring her over to our house. It's 9:20. I think you could be to my house by 10. I want to see your wife's big old boobs at my house in the hot tub. Hot tub's toasty, ready for you, bud.
Upon discovering this Wisconsin Bowl, people found out that he also had a DV record, a very long criminal record. And Jeremy's over here inviting this guy over, and the Wisconsin Bowl's wife comes over to Jeremy's house to clean, which is odd because from looking through his stuff, he seems pretty wealthy.
Shout out to his wife. She is here helping keep our house clean.
But we're the crazy ones for...
I have to say this real quick because a lot of people have... A lot of things have transpired. Jeremy has tweeted, and it has since been deleted, of course, today, that people are spreading vicious lies about him. Almost everything that has happened have come from clips of Jeremy saying things. Right? The only things that have been drawn with parallels with the addition of evidence of his words, okay, has been the cuck stuff. So using all the Reddit finds, the guy's name, and combining them with the clips of Jeremy's own words, they came to the conclusion that, oh, Jeremy must be a cuck. That's it. And that is what started all this. And then, of course, there's a billion clips coming out that are unrelated to the cuck thing that are just making things way worse. And they're all clips of just Jeremy saying shit. They're not vicious lies, right? They're not vicious lies because they're just clips of his fucking own words. You know what I'm saying? Billy, I wouldn't be shocked if he shits all over his... I mean, yeah, probably. There's a clip of... It's going to pop up in this video of him pissing in the corner of his basement. You know? So...
talking about his open marriage. So that's why people started talking about the bull. He claims in his DMs with Josh Moon that he totally didn't know about this guy swinging, which is contradicted later on that week where Jeremy goes on stream and says he's going to play darts with him next week.
Our world, the abyss, and reality itself will unravel. You must restore...
Is Adam coming over today? No, we have darts probably next week.
But meanwhile, in Josh Moon's DMs, it's him calling him the fairy word and he didn't know about this degeneracy. He said he converted to Christianity after Charlie Kirk's death, and yet he continues to live this lifestyle. And not only that, but if you look at his thumbnails, he often features very intimately provocative thumbnails. And even after this, the bull still had his own special role in Jeremy's Discord. The one doing the most damage to Jeremy's marriage is himself.
Very good point. I mentioned that like last week on a stream, the fact that he's still hanging out with this bull guy, right? He's still hanging out with him, but he also referred to him as an F slur in the chat with Josh Moon. So like I'm kind of getting the very, very overwhelming vibe that Jeremy unironically is extremely two-faced. I would dare say he's likely a sociopath. He just says whatever can possibly benefit him in the moment, no matter what it is. He would turn on his own family as long as it benefited him in the moment. That's what I'm starting to feel. Because he's like, oh, this guy's my best friend. Also, in these DMs, he's a piece of shit. And I didn't know that he was gross, insinuating he was not going to hang out with him anymore, but he still does. That's kind of weird, right? He says he was friends with Craig and tried to help Craig and was nice to Craig. Oh, by the way, he's also saying in clips at the exact same time that Craig's show is slumming it and has not enough viewers for people to go on to benefit themselves. It's a shitty show. Why would anybody go on it? At the same time that he's apparently being nice to Craig in DMs. So it kind of feels like he just goes wherever the fucking wind flows, bro. That's kind of what it's seeming like to me. We are 100 likes away. Hot diggity damn, boys. We might actually hit 1,000K likes on a stream for the first time in forever, in 3 years. Wow. I appreciate you guys. We're going to do a power hour. Snake power hour. Super chat goal for 45 minutes of 15 gold, boys. $10 super chats. Let's have the hype train start up. Are you guys ready? The hype train starts now. Thank you, guys. All right.
And maybe the Wisconsin Bull as well. And that's not the only instance of this weird open marriage kind of thing that he pretends to not have. He talks about how he doesn't get too personal with his female employees.
As a general rule, I don't try to get too personal with my female employees or cohorts. I don't ask them a lot of questions like that. You know, I just keep it to business. That's how you stay out of trouble and you stay, you know, keep everybody feeling comfortable.
But then proceeds to talk about his co-host Melanie Mack's breasts.
If you're in the chat, I'm worried about where Melanie Mack is. Stop being such a fucking loser. You guys don't know I'm a boob guy anyway. I like my boobs, you know, 2 scoops full.
And his co-host is a now married and has been a Christian woman.
Interesting. Very interesting. Thank you, Billy. The first one of the hype power hour. Billy says first one. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you.
For quite some time now, but just a disclaimer, she says that she's okay with this, but I just wanted to point this out that he's very hypocritical and is constantly lying, especially about not getting too personal with women.
I like hot take. There are exceptions, but I also don't think men and women should be hanging out as friends that often. You know,
I agree unless they're both like single, but it's not if they're like in relationships, married.
When I used to work in the office, it'd be like work wives. I was like, nah, dude, like that's weird.
I did try some woman's breast milk at work, and apparently it really pissed off my wife, and I didn't know it was going to be a big deal.
Oh,
she was like,
my bro is living 2 fucking lives, man.
Understand why that would make her upset.
I guess.
I would have been upset
No,
too.
I definitely didn't.
Yeah.
And then like,
Also, why did she offer it to you? Was this the one that was like, "You're my work husband"?
yes, that's who it was.
He's like so
Thank you, Carifa.
against work wives, but then he'll drink their breast milk when they call him their work husband. And not only that, he's now telling his female coworkers about this. Totally inappropriate. And that's not the only time he's done that. Obviously, you guys saw the clips at the start of the video.
Let me tell you this
She
about
didn't show
Venti.
as much
I
as the
would,
host do either.
I would give everything I had to have babies with that girl.
Then when I called him out on trying to deplatform the Kino Casino, his tune changed.
I really think you guys can do it. If you spend if you double the amount of time you're spending on my stream being mad, I think Brittany might actually see it and she might let you touch a boob.
He's pretending like he never simped for me. He's a sour simp.
Don't know what.
Quote more about Britney Venti. Nobody gives a
Such a
fuck about that
grand
dumb bitch.
undertaking.
Are you joking?
No one gives a fuck about her. He also mentioned her, I think, 17 times in this 2-hour stream.
You guys do,
Begins
because
with small
she's about 40 and she's still single and childless.
It turns out he's the one with fertility issues considering his search history. He also says that he was trying for a family with his wife and they still don't have kids.
Trying to start a family. I've been feeling really stressed.
And it's fine that they couldn't have children, but I think his comments are a little bit insensitive to his wife, aren't they? So this whole thing is just a projection. Down to the part where he talks about my cat and using the litter box.
Hopefully she can get enough money to pay somebody to clean her cat's litter boxes and maybe think about marrying her. Maybe one of you guys could do it.
Meanwhile, he can't even make the toilet himself and he has to piss in his basement.
I just peed in my basement.
And shitting himself in the Walmart. How much do you want to bet that if Gina Carano came out and said that she was against Jeremy's deplatforming, that he would become a sour simp for her too?
Okay, how much does Gina love me out of 10? Either a 9 or an 11. Which one is it? Gina and I could do an excellent on-screen romance where like I'm the best friend. I'm like her best friend, but I pine after her, and then she just keeps banging all these other dudes.
In his own fantasy, he's
His fantasy is to be a cuck a little. That's weird. Very interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. 2 Pro. Yeah, I don't know. Hayden with the second goal boy says, if people keep going after quartering, he'll go woke just to try to find a different audience. I stopped watching a while ago. He's been hypocritical for a while. He was anti-censorship, then pro-censorship. Well, he'll probably claim he's still anti now, but the reason he claims that it's okay now is because his family's getting harassed, which he also said today that he enjoys stirring the pot because it's fun. So he's implying that he enjoys getting his family harassed and or they're not actually getting harassed, which is what I choose to believe because I can't imagine somebody would actually find it fun to put your family in the crosshairs. Thank you, Hayden. Love you, Hayden. Appreciate you, Hayden. 2 out of 15 go, boys.
the cock.
And then we live happily ever after. Like, I think we could do that. She could just keep hooking up with fit dudes, MMA dudes, and then like they don't make her laugh, you know? They don't get her. And then there's me. Oh, you look tired. Did you bang another dude tonight? Oh, sweet. And then like my heart's breaking, you know?
And all of this is what makes it so funny that he tweets Neil deGrasse Tyson about him cheating on his wife. You know, he DM'd me while he was married asking if my friend was single. Didn't Jesus say to not throw stones or something? Meanwhile, his wife is attractive. She keeps herself in shape. She takes care of herself. And what does he do? He continuously humiliates her and walks around like a slob dressed in his poopy palette. He should put some coffee brand coffee on those dark circles of his, you know, so long as it's not 100% genetic. In some cases it is, but
I gotta say that is weird. I've never understood people that let themselves completely go while their significant other tries really hard to keep themselves intact. You know what I'm saying? I've never understood that. I would never be in a relationship like that. If I was with a woman and she was like, oh, I don't care to work out and I'm just going to eat whatever I want, and she gained 100 pounds, I'd be like, yeah, this isn't for me. I'm sorry. You know? And now, granted, I always say that before I ever would hang out with a girl, right? PDH goes to the gym every day with me, so it's not a big deal. But you get what I'm saying. Like, there's a line. If you let yourself go too much, you're kind of disrespecting your person you're with, in my opinion. Feel my Kraken. What timeline are we living in? Brie Larson won and Corey lost. It looks like it, man. Looks like it. Thank you, Phil McCracken. I appreciate you for your gold boy. 3rd out of 15. Hype train is alive and well. Thank you. 12 more. Thank you, buddy.
in his case, he just looks tired, which is bad branding for his coffee. But anyway, now that you guys have the context of the bull and how he didn't want that out there, you can see why people would want to talk about this, especially considering Jer is a Christian conservative, building his entire brand off of free speech. His lack of transparency is what led to him having to message Josh Moon as a third party for a financial audit, which we'll get into later. And he has a massive melty threatening to go Karen mode at the Kick CEO to try to get the Kino Casino deplatformed on there as well, to specifically target their livelihood. And how reasonable he's being to make it so that they cannot criticize him or the details about his life that he has elected to overshare. He even says, "I'm not mundane Matt. My viewers 100% support this." Translation, I can get away with it.
Please tell me you are not flagging videos already.
Though Jeremy consistently has not taken accountability for it, he does directly admit he threatened them after the fact about taking down their channel. He also doubled down and refused to apologize to them directly, which further encouraged his audience to help try to get the Kino Casino deplatformed, and subsequently causing a mass flagging campaign where now every locale is trying to take free speech away and deplatform their critics because Jeremy set the precedent that it's okay to do so.
Why would you flag me? Don't flag me. Flag the Kino Casino guys.
Quartering gets to start a mass flagging campaign, all while he gets to cry about how he's the one that's actually
This is like, this is kind of unrelated but related. This is just an insane situation. The fact that all of this even remotely happened blows my mind. They blow my mind. You know what I'm saying? The fact that all you had to do was just not say anything. It's just the craziest shit to me. And it just keeps happening. Tonight, I was just going to talk about Venti's video. And then we got another 2 hours worth of content because Jeremy like took some swigs, bro. Uncomfortable alcohol doesn't cause dark circles in your eyes. Well, you're self-reporting, my friend. Rain says these locales have the same thing in common: extreme narcissism, DSP, boogie, quartering, view tag, blah, 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 blah. They have all the same behavior. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think this is easily the worst example of all time. I think this might be the worst example of all time. I got to be honest.
attack.
No evidence of that, of course.
So no, this isn't only drama and gossip. This has to do with a more serious topic of free speech and being able to tell jokes about someone without them crying harassment. And after the Kino Casino was suspended from YouTube, Jeremy knows this because he covers the news, entertainment. This was the #1 thing trending on entertainment on X. And he proceeds to post his birthday card that is casino themed. Even if it was legitimate, you would think, if I don't want people to think that I did it, maybe don't post it right when they get banned and it's trending on Twitter. In a weak moment, he did threaten to report them, but he totally didn't do it, even though he literally leaked an email showing that he reported a channel.
But keep in mind, that was totally a different thing, totally not had anything to do with what had happened 2 hours prior or whatever.
Caught flagging in 4K.
Really?
Just want to point out, it wasn't our $10,000 a month because it wasn't our channel and we weren't getting the money from it. It was our editor Flaked, who has a newborn baby at home and a wife to take care of, who had his 6-figure a year income taken away.
It's just a bummer people are mad at me for no reason. For no reason! He pokes the bear several other times as well, and he flexes his Rumble contract that, quote, allows him to do this, as he said to Josh Moon. He's able to do it through Rumble's money, and the owner seems to be fine with it.
Strong message from me that you need to get your creators in line. You need to send a strong message that you're not going to support people deplatforming critics, because that is a slippery slope, one that I don't think DC really wants to travel down. You're going to lose a lot of your strong supporters, and I highly recommend thinking about fixing this.
Well, you know what? Our representative is going to get you to platform so that you can go on our platform. It's so weird how he's saying he's not taking sides. And Cryboy Hamley here is the one doing this when he's built his entire platform on free speech and making jokes at other people's expenses, including their spouses.
I have to say, it is wild to see leadership in Rumble say, oh, well, if they got banned, they're welcome on Rumble after TheQuartering got them banned. The person that apparently is partnered with them. That's like, that's weird. That's weird. That's very strange. Oh, you can just bring all their viewership and money to us. It's like, so is your tactic to get everybody banned and just then throw them a laugh raft or something? Like what? What are we talking about?
Your wife has a son now, or a daughter, I'm told. Good for her and the father and stuff like that. And dwelling on other people is a recipe for continued failure, Matt. Focus on yourself. Focus on your wife's child. Focus on making things better off the internet.
And building his whole career on criticizing people and pointing and laughing at them when they say it's harassment. But he's not allowed to be criticized or joked about.
Even comedians can't post
their content without getting struck down. It's getting scary.
And in my opinion, another tell that TheQuartering is not for free speech is that he steals content. If you go on his shorts page, there are endless videos, just video after video of him doing a 5-second intro of saying, look at this crazy clip. And then it just cuts to the clip and it's like 3 minutes long.
Check this out. Check this out. And this is like let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think? Check this out.
No transformative content, no edits or anything. Not even a conclusion at the end. And he does this because he has nothing to add.
If you don't laugh at this, go see a therapist.
Hey! What? He just uploads his slop, like his short slop, to feed the algorithm. And it's the only thing inflicting.
But everybody else can do it, he said. Everybody else can do that low effort content and make money. Damn.
Leading his channel's numbers outside of him buying a bunch of advertisement.
I've got to do a bunch of low effort short slop that everyone's really mad about. I've got to do that, even though everyone does it. And instead of complaining about it, you could just do it yourself.
As a quote unquote free speech advocate, he does not understand why stealing content, rendering their content and speech useless, taking money and views away from them potentially, he does not understand why this is bad. But he's free to try to take down the Kino Casino for ban evading, for breaking the rules. But he can break the rules and you're just jealous. Jeremy has a history of repeated blackout streams. He seems to have a very bad alcohol problem. And one of these streams that's very well known is the pissing in his basement stream.
My wife.
This is a very, very classic clip if you guys have not seen it. He's real fucked up. And his wife apparently went out to get like some food without him. Not sure who she went with. And the TheQuartering decides in anger and retaliation, he's going to piss in the floor. And I guess make her clean it up. I don't know. I don't know. Reefa sending a spoon to eat shit. It's a DSP meme. Oh my God, Reefa. Thank you, brother. He's referring to the tweet earlier. Gavan Death says, did we ever find out what the oranges are for? No, sir. No, we have no idea, actually.
Wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. So I'm going to win this round, and I'm going to pee. If I don't win this round, I'm going to pee in my own basement. I'm not taking a pause to pee. Oh, I'm almost about to pee my pants. I got to pee so bad. Get up! No! I just peed in my basement. If you want to watch a streamer that wants to pee in the potty, go watch someone else. Have I pissed on the floor yet while my wife is out with the Jewish bull? You're right. No, not yet.
And this is another reason that people were critical of him, including the Kino Casino. He just constantly has dead air and he's a bad entertainer.
Okay. Oh God, his clip's awesome. I was mentioning this earlier, the amount of dead air, and then it follows with this. What sounds like distant pissing. Oh my God, dude. Distant pissing. Speaking of distant pissing, we're 130 from Naked Snake and Super Chats. Thank you guys.
How?
1, 2, 3,
it's like 5 so
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
That doesn't count.
8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Holy, bro. That's insane broadcast, bro.
They don't call him dead air, Jer, for nothing.
Calling what TheQuartering makes content is generous because a lot of it is just filler. Another example of his filler content is him over-explaining his technical issues that he seems to have like every.
Well, the reason he over-explains technical issues or anything like that is because he literally has no idea what to talk about. He has no idea what to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Billy, he loves a mess all night. I'll tell you what, Billy. Tell you what. 4 out of 15 gold, boys. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. 11 more to go with a good old-fashioned 30 minutes left on the Super Chats. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. That'll hit us Naked Snake, too. Oh, my God. Crow Feather. I hate TheQuartering. This is fantastic. Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, it's going to get to that, the Iran map thing, where he's in, like, Eastern Asia or something.
Show.
Close OBS, so they just stay on and overheat. They're constantly giving me problems like this.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I'm past the Amazon thing.
Why say the story?
And if it's not one of those two things, it'll be him asking how everyone's weekend is going.
What's everyone got going on this weekend?
Would you like some content with your fillers, sir?
What are you guys going up to?
Fail.
What are you guys up to this weekend?
So I think you can understand at this point why Jeremy's a lolcow and why people, including the Kino Casino, milk him for content. And he's only making it bigger every time he has a meltdown on Twitter and then deleting the tweets after. He loves to hide the evidence, constantly tweeting drunk and then deleting the tweets, all while begging his...
He did that today. He did that 2 hours ago, by the way. It's crazy.
Fans to support him and pay for his lifestyle. So let's get into the finance and grifting segment. You'll find that Jeremy oscillates between two polarities, and this is just one example of it. 1 second, it's guys, I'm very successful. I don't need to go on Caleb Hammer's show, which, by the way, was one of the components that started all of this for him having his melty. The Kino Casino asked to audit his finances because of this constant confliction of saying he's rich, but he's poor. And they wanted a third party like Caleb Hammer to go over his finances. And then he agreed and backed out. And TheQuartering will even joke about firing his staff. And it's not really a joke because he actually did do it and says that he's poor, he can't afford his assistant. He fired Luke Rozowski. And that's another thing they made fun of him for, was his constant e-begging, his constant crowdfunding, even though he claims to be a multi-millionaire. Jeremy loves to guilt his audience. He'll say things like, I never go on vacation.
A night that might actually lead to me taking a day off work. I haven't taken a day off work in 3 years, but if I go on Nick's stream later and I can generate another 1,000 sales on Coffee Brand Coffee, I might actually take tomorrow off.
If my channel makes it through this Christmas, it'll be a huge miracle.
He's begged for his audience to bail him out for overspending.
Arm brings up something, says, where'd you go, Arm? Where are you at, Arm? Arm? Where the hell are you, Arm? You're not in my StreamYard chat's weird. Arm says, has his Rumble deal fallen through yet? So very, very important. He said in his DMs to Josh Moon he had a 5-year deal, so he has enough money to basically burn down and sue anybody he wants to. But then also the CEO of Rumble, Chris Pavlovsky, said on Twitter or X that no one has a 5-year deal and no one has anywhere close to a 5-year deal, implying that Jeremy does not have a 5-year deal, meaning he's lying. Very interesting. Somebody said we have 10 times the viewers of Quartering. We do, yes. And I'm a nobody. I'm a random ass dude in Alabama, which is actually weird. But yeah, that's true.
On coffee, which is a repeated theme that he overspends money, by the way.
I shipped way too many Mother's Day gift boxes to Amazon. If I don't move through at least half of what I sent there, Coffee Brand Coffee is going out of business. That's how bad it is. But now I've marked it down 10. I may have to mark it down, more. Literally, Coffee Brand Coffee is in huge trouble. It's extinction level event. I'm not like, this isn't a shill. This isn't a grift. I'm asking for a bit of a bailout.
Meanwhile, he can somehow afford a saltwater fish tank, plus paying someone to clean the fish's poop, the fish Janny. Jeremy loves his Jannies to clean up his mess.
Pick up the broom and sweep it up.
He's getting banned. Watch.
This happened today too. God, this is crazy how this is all happening again. And Britney Venti's video was last night, right? Hypno says I look better than Jeremy. Thank you, brother. It's funny. Me and Jeremy are almost the same age. Yes. Yeah. Granted, I don't drink that much. I drink like once a week, maybe, and I work out every day. But it's because that's what I use for my. What is the my vice? My vice is working out. I'm like addicted.
He better not ban him. He better not. He actually banned him for just asking how your weekend. Bro, he's gonna lose so many people.
He can apparently afford a $10,000 RC race car track.
How much? Well, it was about $10,000 to do this. If you do it yourself, probably it's going to be $4,000 to $5,000.
Oh, those are just little hoses with some dirt. Damn, brother. Jeremy's the kind of guy that would pay somebody $10,000 to repair a door in his house, though.
If you're not a lazy, fat, smelly bum like me, that shipping container was like $5,000 or $6,000.
Contractor installs such as solar vents and lighting.
And inside, I've run power. I'm not going to include that. That's like a luxury. And Huck's pooping on my track. Thanks, bud.
New garage, gym, car lift, car wash, studio, set.
Who the fuck's using the gym?
And an RV.
What's the status of the garage gym? We have all the permitting done. I want to have a car wash in there. Like, every man would love to have a car wash in their garage, right?
But then he'll turn around and criticize other people for taking money and overspending it.
People stealing my money and then living better than I do. I think that these ghetto fucks would come through with a brand new iPhone and have a $0 copay and like $4,000 worth of medication that they were just selling anyway. Just because I can pay my bills now doesn't mean I think, people should be buying name brand shit and all this other stuff when I'm paying for it.
Except his fans are the ones paying for it. He begs them guilt.
By the way, people are like, I call cap. There's no way it costs that much. The reason he's saying it costs that much is not to tell you how much it costs, but to tell you how much money he has to spend on things. If you ever watch Jeremy stream, especially the Cope streams, he will mention finances and money and how much money he has over and over and over and over. Quartering has negotiated 5 years of humiliation. Thank you, Rifa. Maverick with the 5th gold boy in the gold boy raid. He says, hey, Cody, doobie-doobie-doo at 3 a.m. tonight. Tonight, you. Ham banana. I want my name to be spaghetti. That's a deep lore reference. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you have that reference to throw at me. I only know words like food, ball, and rape. Thank you, Maverick. Billy with the 6 gold boy says, we're 100 from Naked Snake, and he just admitted he's lazy as hell. Him bragging about money while he brags is just sad, Billy. It's just sad, Billy. I'm a big deal, Billy. Ham banana, don't.
Them say he's going to go out of business, turn around and buy a bunch of luxury goods by his own description, and then just keep asking for more. It's crazy that in his own mind, he thinks he treats his audience well by like spamming them with ads on ads, having them pay more money to get discounts on things. So like spending money to have to spend more money. And then the content that he charges them for is just the same content that he already had repackaged. It's just grift after grift after grift. And it gets to the point where his own fans are tired of his coffee shills. They're saying to not even buy coffee anymore until morale improves. There are so many things that he told his audience he would deliver on that I cannot sit here and read them all. So you guys will have to pause to read. It's just this constant crowdfunding and begging for money when he is a multi-millionaire and him continuously not delivering on what he says. Jeremy's not above seemingly scamming charity for his grift either. He asked for his fans to pay for his trip with his co-host to AmFest, which he already paid for, but he continuously asked for more money to compensate for it. And he didn't need to go. It was a huge waste of money. He didn't end up doing any interviews. It just seemed like a waste of time to spend, what was it, like 12?
There's a reason people go to these things, and it's because they're trying to hook up with other people. That's why you wanted to go. Just Batman says, all this Jeremy stuff coming out makes me wonder what really went down with Ian Miles Chung now. I'm not defending Ian, still not a fan, but curious about it. I do not know the lore. Thank you, Just Batman. I appreciate you. Brother. Jeremy looks 47. He's 42, I think. Thank you, man. I can't believe Jer's around your age. Zavinus says he looks 5 to 10 years older than us. I'm usually a lurker. Around our age. Been one since day one to go to GameStop. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, I agree.
To $16,000 on this trip. His fans, after being disappointed time and time again, constantly sold things, having to pay to get discounts on things. They actually funded the trip, but there was a condition. One of the whales who funded him said, you have to donate the extra money to charity.
Sure, what happened to the Christmas cards or Toys for Tots Dono from AmFest? Genuine question, no troll. There was a donation made, and there wasn't much left, to be honest.
But then when he's asked about his donation, he says that there wasn't much extra.
We had one person cover enough for the whole thing. Their only ask is that everything we raised above and beyond that, we would donate. There definitely wasn't as much left as I had hoped, but I made a separate donation to Toys for Tots anyway.
What I did do, though, was purchase a bunch of cards to open on stream over the weekend. I bought a bunch of kids' cards,
Oh boy, everybody. I have about $10,000 in product to open up.
So just to be clear, the whale donated all of the expenses for the trip, and he had made $6,000 approximately prior to that. But he, quote, doesn't have that much left over to donate to charity. It seems like those poor kids got scammed out of their toys so that Jeremy could buy his. Those Pokemon cards should be in the hands of some child. And if he did donate, how much was it? Only a few $100s? And even if he did overspend and spent even more money for some reason, because he loves to waste money, he proceeded to spend like $10,000 on Pokemon cards, which he regularly loses money on because somehow at a game where it doesn't require any skill, he still sucks at it. And Jeremy can say, no, that's not true. But if it's not true, then why not get financially audited when you're doing all these suspicious things, wasting your fans' money, especially when you live in a mansion and you're a multi-millionaire? And it seems like he's lying about his coffee grift as well. He told his audience that he makes everything in-house, it's his machinery, begged his audience for money for this.
There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does. I don't drop ship my coffee.
This is going to get spicy. Yeah, like I told everybody before I started this video, it's way deeper than people realize. Crow Feather says the quarter egg. Oh, not the egg, brother. Oh God. 9 gold boys away from the hype train. $10 super chats. Appreciate you guys.
We roast our own special blends. We hand flavor our beans. We pack our orders. We ship our orders. We handle our customer service. We are not a drop ship outlet. We're a real coffee company. I need to try and reach out and give you an understanding of why I could use some help. What is the solution? Well, it's to buy about $80,000 in equipment.
And then it turns out that it's seemingly a white label company that actually supports the SJW stuff that he says he doesn't like and is woke.
And for the past 3 years, I've provided Coffee Brand Coffee on remaining completely apolitical. And that's literally why I called it that.
And the overlap of the staff, it's the same staff that's handling the generic coffee that handles Jeremy's coffee. He just gives them t-shirts and tells them to put it on so he can take the photo and say it's his own staff. And you may say, well, what's the big deal if it's white label? Well, the big deal is that he's lying to squeeze more money out of his fans because he claims, well, we paid for the machinery. I want you guys to pay for it. And this is our own staff. And it's just this whole thing to try to get more money out of his audience. There's so many.
I gotta say that at least I think people are starting to at least learn from this. Because if you look, this is a little bit of a segue. If you look at Jeremy's last 2 streams, today he made $12 on his stream today, where he was kind of playing Crimson Desert a little bit and also scrolling Twitter. And then he made $14 yesterday. So I think the days of him kind of having that hold over his audience are gone. So at least there's, kind of that.
So many inconsistencies, like Player One Coffee, which is ran by the CEO of Jeremy's sponsor Meta PCs, seems to be the one repackaging the coffee when Jeremy says, oh, it's mine, I make it in-house. And he admits that he doesn't roast his own coffee. So it's just this constant back and forth. Claims it's his staff, even though it doesn't seem like it is. It just seems like he made them put shirts on because it's the same staff if you cross-reference the photos. And then he mentions the place that's actually making the coffee while also pretending to not know what it is.
Does Mill Creek roast your coffee beans? Who's that?
Yeah, it's funny because the woman who runs the company is totally unaffected by it. She was she was laughing about it to me. Like, I was seeing the emails come in and they were hilarious. You did a little fulfillment work for a guy I don't like on the internet. You as a woman, you shouldn't do, that's how they read.
I get my coffee from over a dozen providers.
It is his staff. It isn't his staff. He doesn't know the coffee manufacturer. He does know it. I own the equipment. I don't own the equipment. It's this constant discrepancy. Successful business, but also, can you guys pay for my mistakes and bail me out? We're almost out of business. He also admits that it's in Utah, which is where the actual manufacturer was that he mentions in the video.
These are my company, my employees located in Utah, in the United States, all salaried.
So it's like, which is it? Well, in my opinion, I think it's pretty clear that this is a white label thing and he's trying to cover it up to squeeze more money out of his audience. And then people who talk about it are getting flagged. And
Yep. Luther Morgan's video about this got flagged down. The one I showed on the last stream we did. It got flagged down, right? Chadwick, what's up, brother? Yeah. Schrodinger's grift. Oh, no. Could be sued for these claims. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, Lori Beth. I really wish Nick would, kind of talk about the legality and the whole coffee thing and whatnot. Because I don't know. I mean, a lot of people have mentioned that, but I haven't really researched it. Maybe you in the chat could probably give me more insight, because I've never pretended to be of high intellect. You know what I'm saying? But
if it actually was what he said, I wouldn't complain about the price, but it's crazy that it seems like he's just lying to his fans about it being a generic coffee and then claiming everything is his own when he just does what everyone else does, which is fine, but be honest about it.
There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does.
100%. That's what I've been saying. Javier says there are kind of how many channels has been flagged. I think it's like 7 now, right? I think it's 7. Legal Mindset did a whole video on it. Are you talking about the flagging or are you talking about the coffee? Because I saw Legal Mindset's video about tortious interference. I think it's what it's called. I probably mispronounced that, but it's specifically about the coffee company. You know what I'm saying? So, by the way, we just hit 1,000 likes. Hot diggity damn, boys. Move. Here we go. You ready? 1,000 likes. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. 1,000 likes. Hell yeah. For the first time since I think 2023, 1,000. You fucker. I saw you do this. I saw you. Which one of you fuckers did that? It dropped back down. That's pretty funny. Oh. Anyways, that was a good comedic relief. Ben Ryder says, can't wait for Kino Casino. I'm so excited, bro. It sucks because I'll be at Talladega until 7 p.m. and it's a 2-hour drive. But I'll be able to catch it. I think I'll be able to catch at least middle to the end of it. Thank you, Ben Ryder. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. What we got? We got 9 Gold Boys left on the Gold Boy raid. 14 minutes for 9 $10 super chats. Thank you, guys. I love you. Oh, I love you. Thank you, guys. All right, let's continue. And I helped. Thank you, guys.
Which, by the way, you guys should check out Reed Street Soap, artisan soap, beef tallow soap, and they smell amazing. There's ones for guys too, like this one. This is someone that needs abstract thoughts explained to them, like imagine food, but there's nobody to feed it to you. Genuinely, he might be brain damaged from all that drinking. That might be why he can't even point to the Middle East on the map, despite him covering the politics surrounding Iran.
The holding pattern was. So if we go,
he's zooming in to Southeast Asia. Look, he's in Indonesia and Australia, for fuck's sake. Jer, look at Hannah's face. Bro, he's in South America.
The Strait of Hormuz.
South America.
Is it?
Now he's
Nope,
in
not here.
North America.
Oh my God, that's just North America.
That's the Atlantic Ocean. That's the Atlantic Ocean. You're in the wrong fucking hemisphere, you mongoloid.
What's he looking for? What's the thing called?
I couldn't. He's looking for Iran. He doesn't. He's not even. Buddy, are you fucking retarded? Andy had a better idea. At least Andy knows where the Middle East fucking is.
I really try to stay out of the Jew stuff, or the Palestine stuff. I don't understand it all. And if you misspeak, like, it could ruin your career.
Yeah.
So, like, America first, America last, whatever happens over in Israel, I don't really care.
He'll go back and forth on anything, even with politics, like he did with Jack Posobiec, calling him out for sex parties, but then wanting to have him on the show.
So Jeremy Hambley started virtue signaling about how much better he is.
This is the strangest part of this whole video, by the way. The strangest part.
Jack Posobiec, and how he doesn't engage in the degeneracy at all of these conservative after parties and the horrible things that he's seen, okay? He says, the reason I do not attend IRL conservative events very often is because what I saw from Jack Posobiec and his brother at one of the few IRL events I ever attended. It shattered the entire online persona I had come to respect, him, his brother, and a sex cult woman. Now, he's referring here to Miss Klein of the Nexium cult, who was making the rounds in the right-wing circles a number of years ago, trying to rally defenders for the Nexium cult, whose pedophile leader is currently serving 120 years in prison for convicted pedophilia and human trafficking. And Jack Posobiec was palling around with this woman, and Jer is calling it out. Okay, next tweet.
Okay, here we go.
He says, I watched Jack parade around a woman from a sex cult at the only live event I was ever at. Maybe I'll tell that story. Now, mind you, this was years and years ago. He says he took down Jack Murphy, and that was the far more difficult Jack to reveal the truth about. Well, it turns out that Jeremy Hambley, despite what he's saying here about Jack Posobiec, just a few months ago was inviting Jack Posobiec on for an interview with him at AmFest. He was begging Jack Posobiec for clout and to be associated with him, knowing what he knew about Jack Posobiec.
Keep in mind, you can draw a parallel here to Craig. He, in DMs, he was nothing but nice to Craig, but he also shit on Craig's show, right? He does all these, he says things and does other things. And it's like none of it ever happened. Now, either A, he literally can't keep any of this straight, like he doesn't remember what he said about random people, or B, he's a sociopath. And I think it's likely B, right? I think if you are, and I'm not saying this generally, but I think a good indicator that you are likely a sociopath is when you DM women trying to like see what's going on with women. You know, you're trying to get in the deets when you're married to people that will likely leak these messages, right? It would be different if you sent that in a Snapchat because you knew like no one would see it maybe. But you sent that to Britney Venti. You know that might come out, right? You know what I'm saying? And you're married, and you're also holding this kind of like status as like Christian conservative, monogamy, stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's almost as if he didn't realize he did any of it. I don't know, man. It's hard to kind of wrap my mind around it.
And it's actually going to get a lot worse after that.
Click through to our actual account and click follow. Because the reason it's really important you follow and you download the app this coming up week, because we are like packed to the gills with guests. We're gonna have more and more guests.
Which, by the way, was a fucking super big
It
lie.
was a lie. All the guests that he promised actually were never interviewed. So he scammed that aspect of the AmFest fundraiser as well. You can go to our YouTube clip channel. You can go through the playlist. You can learn everything for yourselves.
It's all there.
I think I sent Hannah Claire like a half dozen last night. I know Myron wants to come on. Jack Posobiec.
Listen to
we're
that.
gonna have
After what he said about Jack Posobiec that he knew for years, he still wanted to interact with Jack Posobiec and engage with him.
And
It's almost as if either A, it didn't happen, or B, he doesn't care now, or nor remember. It's all very weird.
And I wonder why.
Because he was mad about Jack not showing up at AmFest.
Exactly. The only reason he made these comments about the sex cult is because he was upset that Jack stiffed him and didn't show up at AmFest.
Now, draw parallels back to Britney Venti, calling him out on X, and he calls her a whore 13 times on a stream after it. It's the exact same thing as Jack not giving him attention. Therefore, he talks shit about him on Twitter. Right? It's the same thing as Sydney Watson not giving him the attention he thought he deserved, and he talked shit about her on a stream. Same thing about Lauren Southern. She didn't give him the attention he wanted, so he talked shit about her on stream. Same thing with Britney Venti. Same thing that would happen if one of his co-hosts left the show abruptly and said they did not support his lifestyle choices. He would call them whores. Right? It's very, very, it's very interesting stuff.
But it gets worse. Let's go to the next video. It gets a lot worse for Jer, because the exact woman that he was upset that Jack Posobiec was associating with at a conservative event, Jeremy Hambley invited that same woman into his home. This was the #2 woman in the organization, the Nexium cult. You can learn all about them in the HBO documentary, The Vow. But not only did he invite this sex cult woman into his home, but he will call her in this clip a good friend. I wonder why he wants to shut down, folks. I wonder why.
And by the way, we had a more thorough version of this on last week's clip channel. So you can find it there about the Nexium cult and all that stuff. So we had like a 3-hour show about it.
Watching a documentary or a video out that's out right now on the Nexium cult, the NXIV or whatever. And
I know
one of
two of the people that were in that.
Really?
Who said it? I know people in the kidnapping sect cult. Why would you smile while...
And he's very happy that he knows. I will say I've never understood this camera angle like choice. It just makes him look like a circle.
Saying that it should be like, I know too.
Yeah, I
Okay,
interviewed one
bring
of
him
them.
on.
One of them's been to my house.
They've been to your house.
I didn't dabble in the cult, but I know all about it from the inside.
Right.
Oh, so you masqueraded as a dabbler. I respect that even more.
I became good friends with the #2 lady.
After
Good friends with the #2 lady in the organization who's been in his home. This is an organization that sex trafficked women, that molested children, that branded women with irons, that participated in sleep deprivation, calorie deprivation, all forms of human torture and abuse. And Jeremy Hambley considers the #2 woman in this organization basically a Ghislaine Maxwell type woman who would procure women for the leader's desires, a good friend that he invites into his home. I wonder why he wants us silenced. I wonder why he wants our channels taken down. I wonder why he wants our livelihood destroyed. It's because we showcase things like this in a humorous, mocking way that is effective, and it scares him, and it makes him upset, and he cries.
The more he tries to shut this down, the more people are going to hear about it.
That's rough, man. That's a very concise video by Britney, and I really enjoyed it. I watched it twice. I guess 3 times now. It was just really good. Also, the edits were funny. By the way, guys, we have 5 minutes left on the Gold Boy Super Chat hype train. 9 Gold Boys away from hitting the damn button. Thank you guys so much for all the love. We are exactly 100 away from Naked Snake, and we're closing up on the end here. We got a few minutes left for the 610th Naked Snake in a row. If you got any questions about Jer, it is time to talk to the chat. It's the chat time, talking time. Granola says if Cody wins this weekend, he'll finally get to own his Camelot coffee deal. Hopefully Jeremy doesn't claim IP theft on his cream pie flavor. Thank you, Granola Grin. I appreciate you. I'm very looking forward to getting in the car at Talladega. Exciting times. Fox Sports 1, Saturday at noon. The Law Cow car goes with Boogie tied to the back of it. It's going to be fun. All right. Thank you, guys. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Jeremy sold his soul for the easy left-hand power, the path to power. And that's fast-tracked burnout. Yes. Carify says, I don't know how he's going to recover from this. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I've talked about this for like weeks now, and my idea for him recovering was based entirely out of getting out in front of it and just apologizing and being like, man, look, I goofed pretty good, whatever. Right. But unfortunately, it doesn't, he's just making it worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. You know, it's wild. Mick Seller says, you think this is the first podcast on the race car? I don't think so. My last sponsor was TimCast. You know, no. Ty Boogie to the front, Mad Max style. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Rudy Toot says, this is very disturbing. I knew nothing about this. I knew about the flagging stuff, but none of this other stuff. That is why it's so important. Look, dude, we were reading his community tab post the other day. So on Twitter and Rumble, Jeremy gets cooked alive. His entire chat has to be swept to oblivion, right? Everything has to be swept. He basically gets almost no interaction on Twitter because he blocked everyone. So he gets like 10, 15, 20 likes, right? But he did go to his community tab on YouTube to basically vent, and every comment supporting him claimed they did not know anything about the drama. Therefore, they support him. And like Carify said, or like you just said, if people actually knew this shit, they'd be like, fuck this guy, right? Fuck this guy. This is too much for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's, unreasonable. Look, there are a lot of creators out there that have said stuff that's wild. Bro, I've told all my hookup stories from Tinder, eating some ass cheeks, bro. But I'm not like the Christian conservative guy that's super nice. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I own it. Yeah, I did those shits when I was in my 20s. Hell yeah, we all did that. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us did that. A lot of us have done some wild shit, but the point is lying about everything. If he was actually a cuck, now granted, it wouldn't be good because again, he's the conservative, whatever. He's that guy, right? But the fact of the matter is, if he was actually a cuck, he'd be like, look, dude, yeah, man, like I've partaked in this stuff before, or I haven't partaken in this stuff before, but I've been interested in it and just owned it. He would have got clowned on for a day or two, and that'd have been it, right? That'd have been it. But he's vehemently denying and silencing people who talk about it, and that's a no-go, bro. Not only does it make you look guilty, but By the way, Renee Villarreal, I'm an asshole. I didn't say it's a red boy night. Oh my god. Renee Villarreal, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I love you. And I appreciate you. We're one pink boy from a rainbow night. Look at that. And we got a minute and a half left for 8 gold boys. Whew. That's a tough one. Tough one right there. Thank you, brother. That gets us to Naked Snake. Shout out to Renee Galore. There's too many Renees. Renee Villarreal. I love you, baby. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Mr. Vinay Villarreal. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. 610 Naked Snakes right there. Shout out to my boy for the red boy. I really appreciate you supporting my content. I love you. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost to 1,100. We're killing the record today. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate this. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Everybody say thank you to Renee, and we love you, and we want to kiss you right in the pee-pee. Thank you, buddy. We need a pink boy for the rainbow night. Jared does not represent conservatives. Please stop saying that before we're convinced that he is, and we start behaving like him. No. I'm not saying that he behaves like conservatives or represents them. I'm saying that's why people are angry. It's because he's supposed to be kind of. And even if you don't like him, he is a prominent voice, or was a prominent voice in that space. Therefore, it's pissing people off in that space because like, we are not this guy. That's the point. Royal We, a day when the Jack Murphy beard's still shorthand for gunk. That's true, Royal We. That's true. No, but look. He also didn't handle it well, Royal We. That's the issue. P is king. I wonder why I can't super chat, Frank. I have no idea. You're probably saying something wild like bitch tits or something, right? Old bitch tits, Jeremy, getting everybody clapping everybody down. Oh yeah, he's clapping them all. This was Jeremy's chat on Rumble today. This is actually not even a bad example. The whole chat looked like this. It was just basically people getting banned all down the chat. All down the chat. Yep. Oh, 100% nerd TM. I agree with you. Jared's the right-wing Hassan Pie here minus the terrorist glazing and abusing dogs. Well, thank God. You know what the issue is about this? Unrelated. If he would have abused a dog, he would literally be done. He would be done. He would be done. That's the difference between conservatives and like liberals. As far as I should say on social media, not in real life. Hassan Pier can abuse his dog, and leftists will just be like, well, maybe it's good to abuse your dog sometimes. It's not actually abuse, actually. It's totally cool. So, yeah, that's the difference there. That's the difference there. Queen says, I think Jarrah saw the views Jarrah saw all the views TPUSA was getting after Charlie Kirk was killed and started his Christian grift. You might be right. The issue is if you try to fake being a Christian, it will always come back on you. It will always come back on you. You know what I'm saying? Because people who are devout will see through it in 2 seconds. It's just how it be, man. It's just how it's be. All right. Thank you guys, by the way. I appreciate you. Freaking bug in my face. I have the window open because my dog likes to put his face out the window right here. And then I leave it open all day and bugs are all up in my face. On my studio light, there's bugs everywhere. They're like, hell yeah, bro. It's sanctuary. Sanctuary. Thank you, Kevin. All right, boys. Make sure you like the stream. Look at this. Check this out. Warski posted this. He says, Mr. Warski says, the Quartering's views are down 40% this week. And before that, it was 75% down since October. This is an insane bleed out. You want to know what this is? This is actually not all Jeremy's fault. The issue is everything was changed. Everything was changed. The algorithm has completely changed. And that has destroyed all these channels that got large based off of just throwing shit at the algorithm as much and as hard as possible. Those days are done. YouTube is starting to reward like long form, well edited, insightful content. That's why people like Critical Drinker can still reign supreme, because his videos have always been really entertaining. You know what I'm saying? People are starting to choose their creators way more wisely. And if a creator is not really entertaining or can't carry their thoughts or can't carry a stream or can't carry a video from the beginning to the end, like Venti did in her video in a great way, they're going to click off because there's so many options, man. There's so many options out there. So people see Jeremy go live and he's like, how's everybody doing? And they're like, what the fuck am I watching? Royal Wee says, if you read everything I wrote in the voice you just did the super chat in, I'll let you read my vows already. What? If you read everything I wrote just now in the super chat. Like this one. When the Jack Murphy beard is still shorthand for cuck. Is that what you're talking about? I'll read the vows at your wedding, good friend. Hell yes. Hell yes. Isn't stealing content considered a violation of TUIs? Well, you know what's actually very interesting about this? Everyone I know, their channels are starting to get hit with inauthentic content. Who was it? Not Hypno. Somebody else. Oh, Tug. That umbrella guy. He got hit. Fuck. Drunk 3PO got hit. So many people got hit on my front page, on my feed. My whole feed was people getting basically demonetized for inauthentic content. Right? Why is Jeremy not? Jim tells you, yes, Jim Stalla. Like, how the fuck is Jeremy not getting hit with this? It's insane to me. Insane. Right? I mean, are people just mass reporting shorts? Or what's happening on these channels? It's very strange. Exactly, Queen. Exactly. We are on the same page, baby. Jeremy definitely ain't pulling the strings of power, that's for sure, though he couldn't even negotiate his way out of shitty pants at Walmart. Wow. Great point. He's a Walmart shitter. That's for sure. Been doing it so long they don't care. That's why he's not getting back. Yeah, maybe. The life of the channel. No, well, Tug's channel's been around for freaking 10 years too. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to say that. All Tug does is stream. I mean, he kind of got away from videos for a while, and now he's just streaming. I don't understand how he could even get hit with that. It's very strange. I don't get it. I'm going to be honest. I don't really get it. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? All right, boys. Big shout out to all the goated ass people in the chat, all the fam-a-lot here. I really appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget, Saturday race at Talladega. Fox Sports 1. Check it out. Random Unbreaded Commenters has been subs to Q since 2019. The decline's been real. You know, it's very interesting. Everybody has noticed it. Everybody's noticed it. I saw screenshots of people in his Discord that I've noticed have come into the chat and been like, I don't follow him anymore. Loyal viewers are unironically like, fuck this, bro. Fuck this, you know? So that's very, very important. Yeah. But I'm going to have a video out tomorrow morning at the ass crack of Craig's entire DMs release with Melanie and with, TheQuartering. And these all just happened. And of course, you can see a condensed version that's like 20 minutes long, right? So very, very important. It's like somebody in the back end watching out for his channel. Is Jeremy paying for that? Likely. There is a lot of services you can directly pay YouTube for. People don't know about this. It's like the In-N-Out Burger secret menu. YouTube has that. Rudy Toot, blaming you for years. You better stay, brother. Thank you, Rudy Toot. Appreciate you guys. Oh, by the way, if you guys are not a viewer, if you're not a member, become a member. Please help your boy out a lot. It makes it to where I can do members only shows and have more than 8 people watching. Get back up into medium size non-slum channel. I don't think it's possible. And getting 10 times the viewers of Jeremy still means I'm slumming it. Unfortunately, that's how he considers it. But make sure you guys like the stream. It's free. And if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe, because I'll be live again talking about this again in a few days, if not tomorrow, if not Friday. But I do have to race this weekend in Talladega, so it's going to be really hard to stream. Shaky boy, I too am in this chat. What's up, Shaky boy? How you doing, brother? Luke himself. How you doing, brother? I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my dumbass heart for getting us to Naked Snake for the 610th show in a row. 610th show in a row. Unbelievable. I can't believe it's still going for years. 5 years of streaks. We have not missed it once in this chat. I appreciate you guys. Care I love you. I ain't ever leaving. Well, what if I start a fake coffee company and I start false flagging people? You might leave. I don't know. What Mel did via DMs is so dirty. Yeah, man. Yeah, 610, Luke. That's how we roll, brother. That's how we roll. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We need to bring back Fight Milk too at 1,000. We need to start hitting that Fight Milk hard. I miss my whiskey and eggs, even though they gave me a bad headache. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Bull Brand Coffee, yes, sir. Dr. P. Fauci, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being awesome. It's been a lot of fun, dude. It's been a lot of fun. I don't want to see Naked Snake this way. I'm about to eat me some chips and salsa, boys. I'm freaking starved. Starved. Naked Snake coffee. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Just make a company called Smellin' Salts, brand Smellin' Salts. If you know, you know. Are you making a really spicy reference there? Are you implying something real wild there, brother? Yeah, Mick Stellar, I agree. Benevolent says more desperate clout chasing from fake outrage. Grifter no one cares about next to nothing burger. You make up about the quarter? Damn, brother. Wait, are you the same guy that was fucking talking to me? Hold on. I'm gonna make sure. Making up stuff. Damn, brother. Why is this YouTube not loading? Hold on. I want to see if it's the same guy. Okay, and you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. YouTube's apparently broken. Everything's broken. Jesus, come on, boys. Let's see here. That would be funny if it was the same guy. I don't know why it just seemed like the same guy. It is the same guy. Oh my God, what's up, dude? We had a conversation in fucking the comments of my video today where you were defending the quartering and strategically ignoring everything that I was saying. That was funny though. I appreciate that, dude. That was fun. It's like all these clips you're showing of the quartering saying things. Yeah, that's all fake, actually. It's AI. None of it's real. Rudy Toot says, do another drunk airport stream. I will next time I'm in an airport. I don't have any races planned after Talladega, and I only fly when I'm racing, so no airport streams for a little while. Those are fun though. Those are a lot of fun. Yeah. If you guys have any small businesses or you want to get involved in like NASCAR in a big way, it's not actually that expensive to sponsor. It's pretty for the stuff that we do. So if you want to get on board, DM me somewhere. We'll make a whole car based around what you got going on. We'll race it somewhere. We'll have a lot of fun. Get your whole family down there, party, make commercials. It's fun, dude. It's a lot of fun, dude. My theory is that he made CBC to just use the $380,000 loan to buy random shit like his impulsive man child. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, doing like opening another mortgage or refinancing the house to take out the equity at like a higher percentage. The monkey brain in me sees that sometimes, and I'm like, dude, it'd be really nice to like buy a fucking badass car. You know what I'm saying? But then obviously immediately I'm like, that would be fucking stupid as fuck to refinance at like a 7 or 8% loan and be just have an $8,000 mortgage rate. You know what I'm saying? Or mortgage payment. And but I think Jeremy actually just saw that and was like, free money, bro. Thank you, Van. I appreciate you, brother. I love you, dude. I love you. I love you. I love you, man. All right, boyos. It is time. It is time. Deep. Sorry, I'm gazing into the abyss and it's staring back. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds, guys. It's all right. Rhino it is. We're gonna raid Raging Rhino. Thank you guys so much for all the love tonight. All of my love. All of my love. I appreciate you guys. You guys are goated as hell. You can't earn 30K a month on YouTube turning out 5-10 minutes a day is fucked. Yeah, you can't. You really can't. I'm going to skip Naked Snake, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a on the house fight milk for our next snake with the snake. The only reason I'm doing that is because I really want to raid people we have a lot of viewers tonight, and we have every day, and I want to really raid somebody with the viewers so they get the full raid because they're talking about the same thing we're talking about, and I don't want to 600 people to leave and then they don't get the raid. So I appreciate you guys so much for the freaking Naked Snake. We're gonna do a fight milk to pay y'all back for the love. If I win Talladega, I'll do it on live on Fox Sports. Maybe. I don't know. I might get banned. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys so much. I love you. We're gonna raid Raging Rhino. Fart and boo, Billy boo. Thank you. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get some fight. We're gonna do fight milk. I'm gonna repay you guys mainly because I want to do fight milk. But also, I want to give Raging Rhino the full ass raid. So it's going to automatically go into Raging Rhino's stream. So say Cam Raid in the chat, sub to Rhino, and spam him and make him freak the hell out because it's going to be fun. Thank you, K Poppy. Copycat. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you, Luke. I love you. Ivan, love you. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys in a few days. And a video tomorrow morning. Don't miss it. Get the hell on it.